What's good? What's good, everybody? We are doing all signs, general messages, whatever comes through, whether it's work, love, personal things, whatever. Whatever. What's good? Good vibes only. I'm right on time. Yeah, I know. I was very intentional today with making sure I wasn't as late as I was last night because that was brutal. And then after my live, I was overtired, so I could not sleep at all. But it is what it is. What's good? Hey, Med Pearson, Astro Girl. What's good? Amanda. All right. Hey, Denise. Again, girl. What's good? Amanda. All right. All signs, general messages, whatever comes through. So this is not love focused. Love may pop up though. Okay. Let's get Billy, Yolanda, Korean Johnson. All right, Aries. What messages do we have for Aries? What can Aries expect this next week? One more. What can Aries expect this next week? 3 shuffles. Annette, I've tried to make shorter readings. Apparently I can't function like that. I really have tried. My bad. It's my Mercury and Taurus, man. Takes me a minute sometimes to process things. All right. Overall energy for you this week, Aries. I like this. Chariot and the Star card. The 7 of Cups. All right, so Aries, I feel like this week you guys are going to be really shifting the gears in a positive way, taking control in regards to a health concern, or honestly, I feel like this is just you trusting the process of something. Recognize that you have a lot of options available to you, choices available to you when it comes to your health, when it comes to even your own personal success in a certain endeavor. Some of you guys may be in the limelight a little bit this week, so you may feel it to be a little bit more necessary to be disciplined or really pay attention to not losing your cool. This is like suiting up, bossing up. Gives me Capricorn vibes, even though we don't got that. I feel like you may feel as though you really need to suit up and recognize what's worth your energy this week. For those of you that maybe have got lost in the sauce a little bit or have been having a hard time holding it together when it comes to frustrations or things that you may have felt was out of your control. I feel like this week you're going to have a lot. It's like the force is with you. May the force be with you, Aries. This week you seem to be, there's a force with you, okay? And I do feel like it's very much personal. This is like God-given power. This is source. This is the universe really pushing you to really explore and see the bigger picture, see your options. And you're quite inspired. So I like this. Ace of Cups, the Death card, Ace of Wands in reverse. I feel like you're putting a stop this week, Aries, to things, to your own frustration, really. Ace of Wands in reverse, the Death card. I feel like you're aware of the consequences and the bullshit that you're causing yourself from aspects in your life where you may have lost control. Again, that could just be not being consistent in the gym, or it could be, you know, hanging around people that just piss you off, like whatever it is. I feel like there's something here where you're putting an end to your own personal frustration. And it's really, all of this energy and source is derived from self-love and understanding that even if it was your personal choice in the past to pursue an endeavor that caused a lot of frustration, or, you know, sulk about external circumstances that you feel are out of your control, whatever it may be, I feel like this week you're really choosing you and choosing things that you may have, how do you say, you may have once opposed, but now you're seeing with your own eyes the consequences that your own behavior in the past may have caused you. Like I said, whether that's just poor choices health-wise, or whether that's just having a hard time keeping it together about something, having a hard time embracing some level of discipline. The Chariot is very disciplined. It's driven. Sometimes it can be a negative energy when it's driven by revenge or, external influences. But this week, this is very much driven by your own personal connection to the divine, your own personal connection to yourself, self-love, all of that. So there's a lot of force happening for you this week. And I really like it. You're driven. You're driven here to accomplish. I mean, let's see what this frustration was. Oh, wait, I'm not pulling oracles yet. Not pulling oracles yet. Let's just see what this frustration was. What's this Ace of Wands in reverse? The Five of Pentacles and the Temperance. So that's interesting. This is like some type of financial stress, financial adversity, health adversity. Five of Pentacles can be a temporary issue, right? Whether you've had to file bankruptcy, whether you've lost yourself for a few months health-wise. There's something here that is very much temporary. And with that Temperance energy, you may have been, how do you say? That's interesting, because Temperance can often be, it's good, it's good, it's patient, it's healing. But I feel with that Five of Pentacles and the Temperance, it's almost like there may have been something you've been a bit nonchalant about that really needs your attention. Or again, you're seeing something in such a different way where, wow, I really was, being a bit dramatic, or I really have been digging my own pit in my own sorrow, whatever it may be. There's some type of, like I said, temporary hardship, whether that's financially or, a sickness. Maybe some of you guys had to take off a few weeks of work because you were ill, or something of that nature. And now you may need to work extra hours. Because what's interesting is that slow la-di-da type of energy is what is causing your frustration, or that, oh, I'm just going with the flow. I'm just, I'm just working with what I got, or I'm just saying this because this is what they said to me, blah, 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 blah. That type of energy seems to be something that you need to work against this week. It's almost like, because that Chariot and the Star, Ace of Cups, the Death card, this is like really changing the game when it comes to how you approach something. And again, this week it's more so driven with force and such a strong desire to choose better for yourself when it comes to finances. Maybe, like I said, maybe you're going to have to work extra hours or something like that because of some type of temporary hardship in regards to your financial situation or health, more specifically. Okay. So I like this. You got a lot of oomph to you this week, and it all has the right intentions backing it. All has the right intentions backing it. This is also, again, a positive ascension or shift that you're going through on a soul level, where you're recognizing what you've outgrown. But let's see. Major breakthrough. We do have breakthrough. I feel like this is more of like an epiphany. This feels very personal. We do have, we're actually in that energy right now. Full moon in Sagittarius in 3 days. New vision. New vision. I love this. I almost feel like this is an energy of finding a solution to a problem that you thought was just overwhelming or too much, or you didn't really see the silver lining in a situation, even if it, has to do with love or whatever it may be. There's something here where you didn't really see the silver lining or the light at the end of the tunnel, and now there's a new vision happening. There's a lot of breakthroughs, epiphanies of options available to you. And I always say it's really hard to live in this world without hope. And if there's no hope around you, you have to create it. And I feel like that's what you're doing. You're creating hope, or you're creating a resting space in your future. It's like there's a new vision, new breakthrough, and I like it for you. So you could be dealing with Sagittarius. We also have Scorpio and Cancer. Sagittarius, Scorpio, and Cancer. So yeah, this could be in regards to debts, you know, all of that. Okay, Taurus. Let's get Sylvia. That's my grandmother's name. Hey, Selena, Annette. What do we have for Taurus? What can Taurus expect this week? Universe, spirits, and guides. What can Taurus expect this week? Two shuffles. Overall energy for you this week, Taurus, Knight of Pentacles in reverse and the Seven of Wands in reverse. So I don't know, this is a little bit polar opposite to Aries. You know, this is a weak approach to something, you know, or you feel someone in your life has a weak approach to a situation and it's kind of causing you to lose interest in a certain direction. Taurus, I feel like you're lacking the energy to fight for something this week, or you're lacking the desire to give a shit about something. And if this is more of a personal thing, this is just stemmed from your own personal inconsistencies, where maybe you go to the gym for a week, you're not seeing results, so you kind of slack off or something like that. There's something here that is stemmed on a personal level from personal inconsistencies. If it's in regards to someone else, personal inconsistencies in regards to your own interest, you know, in that situation, in that partnership, in whatever it may be. And I feel this week, Taurus, you're lacking the will to fight for something. You're kind of in and out of a situation. You're thinking more logically. A lot of you guys feel like you have some type of mental clarity that something is not balanced enough. Something is not paying you enough. Something, it's like you may feel like something is not worth your time, even if you do feel like, if it's a work thing, like I said, if it's a work thing, it's like you may feel like, okay, yeah, this makes me money, but at the same time, it almost makes my life harder, or it's like something here is not worth your time. You're realizing something is not worth it. Or yeah, I could, you know, take on an extra job, but then I'd have to be paying for a babysitter. And it's like, is it really worth it? Like at the end of the shift, I'll be making like what, 20 bucks? I feel like you're realizing something isn't really worth your time here. Lacking the will to fight for something. I do feel for those of you that are dealing with a specific person, Taurus, especially if you have a history with this person, I don't really see you giving this person much wiggle room. You may have lost your patience with the situation. You may be feeling quite entitled to act a bit unsure about whether this is something you're worth investing into. So for those of you dealing with a specific person, I feel like you feel some sense of entitlement when it comes to not putting the work or not fighting for this or whatever it may be, because you feel like you've received some type of clarity that this person, you know, is taking advantage of you or whatever it may be. Okay. There is something that I feel like you're not really sharing with people though, or there's some type of, you know, collaboration that's going on. What's this Three of Pentacles? I don't see you sharing that. Eight of Wands. And the Three of Wands. Taurus, I feel like this week, there's support available to you. People that are trying to get on the same page with you, see people that are learning something about you or learning about something you have to offer, learning about a situation even, and it is causing a lot of, you know, communication. It's causing a lot of ideas, people trying to get you to see where they can help you, where they can benefit you, how they can assist you to, you know, move in a certain direction. And it does have you thinking but it almost feels as though there's something that, I mean, what is this that Taurus is being super inconsistent about? Eight of Cups. There's something you're just no longer interested in anymore. Two of Pentacles in reverse. For those of you dealing with a relationship, you feel like things are definitely, you know, not balanced, not fair, especially when it comes to finances. A lot of you guys are thinking about your finances heavily, especially when it comes to your relationships. And you may feel like someone is avoiding issues when it comes to fairness in a relationship surrounding finances. And that's going to have you more so implementing resources available to you to move, to travel, to distance yourself. Again, there does seem to be a lot of communication coming in from people in the workplace. Some of you guys are communicating with people in the workplace, you know, that seem to be saying, okay, yeah, I can assist you, I can help you. There's a lot of that type of communication going on. What's the Six of Pentacles in reverse? Hierophant in reverse. Yeah, I don't know. There's something you're just fed up with. Something is not worth your time anymore. You've rationalized it. You thought about it. You're completely numb to it. You're numb to a situation. The Star. You're at peace with your own conclusion on what something is to you or what something would be to you. You know, this is like really refining your thoughts and filtering through what is worth your time, what is really paying off for you. Now, whether that's a relationship, and I'm not saying relationships are all about money, but there is something here that you just feel like is very imbalanced, very not fair. And that shit's going to matter at some point in time. So I feel like you're refining what's important to you. You're at peace with your own conclusion on whether you want to take on another job or whether you want to cut a certain financial source off. Like something here you're seeing is something that doesn't have potential. You're at peace with rejecting a job offer or turning down an opportunity to potentially make money, but is something that you feel at the end of the day is going to cause you more stress or it's not really worth it. So I feel like this week, Taurus, you're going to feel a little bit scattered because you're still in a note of a situation, whether that's a second job, whether that's a relationship, whether that's a friendship, whatever. You're still in a note of a situation that you really don't give a shit about this week. And I feel like you're kind of going within, and yeah, you become a little bit numb. You're going within for inspiration when it comes to your own personal scarcity or personal, like what's next, personal journey, what's next for myself. So I feel like you're just kind of, you know, playing with the motions this week. And again, if it's a job, you're still going to work, you're still doing what you need to do, but in the back of your mind, you're really, you know, finding inspiration to figure out what's next, or should I quit my job, or whatever it may be. It's like refining what's important to you, what makes sense for you. And a lot of these thoughts are stem from your financial desires. I'm just going to be honest with you, or your financial stability. Three of Pentacles, one more. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. For those of you where you are, you know, in communication with people in the workplace or other people that are trying to help you get on the same page with you, I wouldn't put all your eggs in that basket, just FYI, because I feel with that Queen of Pentacles in reverse, there could be someone that may be really good at saying all the right things or doing all the right things, but when it comes to having people help you, there's nothing wrong with that, but I feel like you may not want to put all your eggs in that basket because someone may not be as loyal to the mission as you think, whatever that means for you, whether it's a business idea, a friend trying to help you move. I don't know, maybe someone says, yeah, I'll help you move, and then they bail, something like that. Like, I wouldn't put all your eggs in that basket. I mean, accept help if you can get help, but don't put all your eggs in that basket. Or don't let people hype you up into nonsense. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to disregard your own personal thoughts on what you need to do for you. There's definitely that energy of, okay, Like maybe your friend's saying, yeah, just quit your job. Yeah, do this. And you're here for it. It's like, yeah, it's like an exciting type of conversation. It's getting you thinking long term. But at the end of the day, make sure you're coming down to your own thoughts and logic and don't do something or allow yourself to be influenced, I suppose. Especially workplace friends, you know what I'm saying? They're usually just talking because they're bored or they're obligated to talk to you, whatever. Um, I wouldn't put all your eggs in that basket, is all I'm saying. Make sure you're doing what's right for you. So definitely, again, discovering yourself or rediscovering what's important to you, and it may cause you to need to rebel or not conform to even what you expected of yourself. So I don't know. Just give me a card of advice from the tarot. Just the Wheel of Fortune is your advice. The High Priestess. So this is saying that there's opportunity to have rapid change and movement in silence. Okay, I would be careful with how much you're talking to people about what you're doing or whatever it may be. With the High Priestess, there's still a lot to be discovered when it comes to even your own desires. Okay, and there's still a level of protection that you need to hold on your feminine aspects of self or on your own personal thoughts about a situation. Like less is more. That's the best way I can explain it. Less is more when it comes to, you know, unveiling things or talking to people or unveiling your own desires. This is saying that there's opportunity to have rapid change in silence. And I don't say be a monk or anything like that, but be a little bit discreet. And it's also more satisfying sometimes to do things without telling anybody, because I don't know, it's just more satisfying and you're not explaining yourself, you're just doing it. So there's something here where you may want to play your cards right, work your magic. The High Priestess, I sometimes refer to her as the ruler of darkness, not because she's evil, but because she knows all the demons by name, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like there may be a lot of smoke and mirrors in a period of change, that the best way to handle it is not reacting, not giving it much. So with that Wheel of Fortune, there is some type of lesson here to be learned. And this is about trusting your intuition when it comes to some type of change that's needed. And if that change is quite dramatic, you may want to move in silence, okay? You may want to move in silence. But you could be dealing with a Taurus. We have Aquarius and Pisces. Give me an oracle for Taurus. Guilt, mind. Some of you guys may be dealing with a lot of heavy guilt. Do I have another one? Conditioning. I feel like someone is like getting in your head a little bit. Someone may be getting in your head, or you're having a hard time deciphering from your own personal logic and the logic that's trying to be forced upon you. There's a wolf in sheep's clothing kind of thing. Like there's someone that has been conditioning you, or you may need to recognize that the reason you're having so much guilt is because of the influences of your external environment, whether that's your colleagues, you know, feeling like people are gonna feel some type of way if you quit the job, whatever it may be. There's some level of conditioning that's happening. Some of you guys have like, how do you say, a boss or someone that has some level of authority in your life that may not have your best interests. Could be a Cancer, or this is someone that is very controlling, someone that is, when they feel like they're losing control of you, or even, I mean, no, when they feel like they're losing control over you, they may tend to lose their grip on their own character, that they want you to see them as. Like, even if it's a boss, you know, you ever have those bosses that act like they're your best friend and they're like the worst of the worst? That's like every boss, unfortunately, I've ever had. But you know what I'm saying. So I would be mindful of how much you're allowing people to mess with your thoughts or get in your head about what's good for you and what you should be doing. So yeah, don't let the mind, kind of reminds you of the Eight of Swords energy, guilt. Don't let anybody guilt you, especially if there is past regrets on your part or regrets on your part. Don't let anybody make you feel bonded to a situation because of the past or whatever it may be. Sometimes when we have to go through major changes, it's just best to disassociate or detach. You know, you're in a game, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. Because you can't allow the influence of others to impede on what you know you need to do. So you're going to get nowhere. You could be dealing with a Taurus, Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces. And usually the people that have the most advice for you are the people that really have nothing to offer you or really have no viable solution. They just like to talk. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Aubrey. I really appreciate that. My shaman twice in a row. You know, that's good. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, Gemini. What can Gemini expect this week? What can Gemini expect this week? Universe, spirits, and guides. Let's get Andrea. Stelly. What can Gemini expect this week? Three shuffles. Ooh, Two of Cups wanted to fly out Gemini. So some of you guys are coming together with someone. Doesn't have to be. Or some of you guys are in union, so you can think about other shit. I don't know. Either way, overall energy for you, Gemini, Six of Wands in reverse and the Eight of Cups in reverse, the Queen of Pentacles, Three of Cups. So, you know, okay, there's a lot of positive energy happening here for you. Eight of Cups in reverse can be, you know, taking emotional responsibility for a situation or kind of accepting your lot when it comes to a situation. Some of you guys may be reconnecting with a friend or you're reconnecting, you know, with a certain group or social circle, whatever it may be. And it's like you may be in a space where you feel like you need to kind of accept your lot or be mature in regards to how you What's confusing me is that Six of Wands in reverse. Why is the Six of Wands in reverse before I pull anything else? Seven of Cups in reverse. Or maybe you have someone doing this to you, because that's why the Six of Wands is in reverse. Because the Six of Wands in reverse, Gemini, is an energy of refusing to swallow your pride. Refusing. So it kind of makes me feel like you may be reconnecting with a friend, a sibling, a certain group of people, whatever it may be. And you're in a space where you may have a situation where someone is, you know, being, you know, empathetic towards you or trying to accept their emotional lot when it comes to a situation with you, whatever it may be, but you're in a space of refusing to swallow your pride about some type of shattered reality or shifts in clarity, something like that. Okay, so some of you guys are refusing to swallow your pride when it comes in regards to some type of shattered reality. But it's like you're doing it in a responsible way. Like you're not going out of your way to hurt someone or hurt someone's feelings or anything like that. You're just in a space of I'm staying in my lane. Queen of Pentacles, tending to a lot of responsibilities, you know, focusing on your day-to-day life, your kiddos, whatever, your work, all of that good stuff. But I do feel like there's a situation that is like you're refusing to swallow your pride. I need to pull more cards. Two of Cups, Six of Pentacles. We have that Two of Cups again, and the Fool in reverse. Just give me one more in the Six of Wands in reverse. The Star. Oh, well, maybe, maybe Gemini, you're in a space of, you know, potentially like this is like friends or a social group or whatever saying, Gemini, you may be making a poor choice. You're making a poor choice. You're making a poor choice, Gemini. I mean, it could be reverse it if you want. It's just the Six of Wands is in reverse is making me feel like someone is doing this to you. So there could be a friend or someone that there's some type of emotional connection or whatever it may be that is saying, Gemini, you're making a poor choice. But you're in a space of refusing to swallow your pride when it comes to that, either because you feel like you're very clear on it's like you're in la la land with unicorns and all of that good stuff, you know, hopping from cloud to cloud, and someone is trying to bring you back down to reality. And you're like, no, this feels good. This feels right. This feels like where I'm meant to be. This job feels like what I'm meant to do, blah, 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 blah. It's like there's something here where you have so much trust in yourself that regardless of what someone is saying, okay, and what's interesting, like I said, even though you're in a space of refusing to swallow your pride, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Okay, maybe because, and I'm only saying that because you're just super trusting of whatever this is. Okay, this could be a very lucrative partnership for some of you too. You're in a space of like, I hear what you're saying, but that's okay. Let's go for drinks now. You know what I mean? I don't feel like you're getting in an argument necessarily with a friend or whoever this is. You're just in a space of like, yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I know this job is what I'm supposed to be doing, or I know this person is the one for me, whatever it may be. You know, because it could be in regards to a partnership with the Two of Cups, Six of Pentacles that you feel is very much balanced for you. Or if it's a partnership in regards to work, maybe people are telling you, you know, you shouldn't work with this person, or this person doesn't have good intentions, whatever it may be. And you're in a space like, what do you mean? Things have been going great. They've treated me really well. Things are fair. It's that type of energy. So I feel like you're very much invested, Gemini, this week into a partnership that seems to be very lucrative. Okay, so that may help you understand what that is. So whether this is you partnering with another company, you doing something for yourself, you planting new seeds when it comes to some type of personal source of inspiration, something that's a dream for you. Okay, some of you guys are going to be in the limelight as well for something, or something of that nature. Like something is going really well. Like you're really on your high horse, Gemini. Something is going really well. And again, you're in unicorn land, hopping from cloud to cloud. And you have a friend or a certain group of people coming together and saying, like trying to intervene, it's like the show Intervention. It may not be that dramatic, but it's kind of like someone that's like, are you sure you're making a good choice? You know, are you sure? Yeah. And honestly, with the cards, Gemini, I feel like it ain't bad. You know what I mean? It may be a little bit spontaneous. It may be a little bit of Gemini being Gemini, where it's just kind of like you woke up one day and said, this is the job I'm going to do. Geminis, y'all tend to be like that. But I feel like it may be a little bit out of pocket, but you're doing it. So you're coming together. And again, for those of you interested in love, this could definitely be like the love you've been waiting for popping up in your life this week. I'm not going to focus too much on that because I do feel like it's more financial or work or something of that nature, or something that is just, give me more on the Six of Pentacles. Something that is giving you some type of short-term game. I do feel like this is short-term, Gemini, because the Three of Wands is in reverse. Page of Wands is in reverse too. So there's some type of short-term game. Or again, you're partnering with someone, you're collaborating with a company, you're doing something, but it's for short-term game. Some of you guys are starting OnlyFans this week, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, I'm not judging. That's kind of what it feels like. Or there's some type of short-term gain that is causing you to feel like, okay, this is it, you know? So I don't know, you're feeling like optimistic about this, inspired by this. And again, you may be acting, I don't know, it is kind of spontaneous, but that's just the way the Gemini moves. So I'm not judging, but it is kind of spontaneous. But I would just be mindful. There's people that I don't feel like they necessarily have bad intentions. Okay. It could just be a difference in principles, because Six of Wands is a very principled card. It's the card of principles. It's the card of us, you know, deciphering whether we should swallow our pride or not. And it's usually rooted in principle. So you and your friends, or you and a certain group of people, may have different principles. So you're kind of sticking to your guns when it comes to your view on a partnership that will pay off. There's something here paying off for you this week, Gemini. Okay. And again, I feel like this is short term or something spontaneous. Give me a little bit more on that Two of Cups. Wheel of Fortune. And the Lovers in reverse. Some of you guys are reconnecting with a lost love. Oh, that isn't that cute. Isn't that cute? Some of you guys are reconnecting with a lost love. And you seem to be on the same page when it comes to some type of Lovers in reverse. Can be like a lost love type of energy, someone that you've had a falling out with. Okay, something like that. And you have people saying, oh, don't do that, don't do that. But you could be reconnecting with a lost love or someone you had a falling out with. And you both seem to be mutually understanding of some type of change that needs to happen for the two of you to work out. Or if this is more of a business partnership, this is like both seeing eye to eye when it comes to if this is more of a business partnership, there could be feelings that develop. Okay. But I feel like I don't really feel like you're thinking about the feelings part. You're just thinking short-term gain. I don't know. Short-term gain. I don't know. You're getting, there's something, I don't know how to explain it more than I did. So I'm just going to shut up. Okay. But I feel like people are coming towards you this week, Gemini, saying, oh, you're making a poor choice. You're making a poor choice. And you're like, what do you mean? No, it's good. You know what I mean? YOLO. YOLO. So, and I feel like the people that feel like you have a poor choice or are making a poor choice, they just have different principles than you. And it's really that simple. And I don't really feel like you're taking it personally. I don't see any arguments popping off. You're just like, you know, whatever. Okay. Yours is good. You may also, with the Six of Wands in reverse, Gemini, whatever this is that you're inspired to pursue and it's just putting you in the ether and is having you hop around on clouds, whatever this is, I feel like you're keeping it to yourself. You're not really making it public. I don't know why. Why isn't Gemini making it public? Nine of Wands in reverse, because you feel like it'd be pointless, like nobody gives a fuck, or I'd be fighting a losing battle, or it would just give too many opinions. You know, you feel like there'd be no point. And the Nine of Wands upright is someone that is putting them in a position where they're going to have to defend themselves. You know what I'm saying? So you're in a space of like, I'm just not even going to give people the option. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. I'm not going to give people the option to give their opinion. I don't know. Give me an oracle for Gemini. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. We also have Aries and Gemini. Could be any sign though. Abundance, playfulness. I like this. Something is very playing out in a very abundant way for you, Gemini. Again, this feels like a very lucrative week or something where you're at least setting out the disclaimer for yourself. You know, you're signing the dotted line. Something here is going to be very abundant for you. Playfulness. I don't know what that's about. The creator. So Gemini, I definitely feel like you're in your solar plexus this week, feeling powerful, feeling you're just, again, trotting along on unicorns. You're just feeling yourself this week. And if there is someone you're connecting with, there is a lot of playfulness, opportunity, abundance. Again, if this was like a, whatever you call it, individual sign reading, I would call it lucrative partnership, because there's some type of lucrative partnership that I don't really know if it's as much intimate as it is seeing eye to eye with one another, having a lot of respect with one another, because the Lovers is in reverse, okay? And the Two of Cups. So I don't know if it's as much intimate as it is playful, or, you're getting the bag type of energy. I don't know what you're doing. It's just abundant. It's abundant. It's like a very inspiring friendship, even something like that. The Two of Cups doesn't always have to be partnerships, right? So I like it. So you could be dealing, yeah, I already said Aries, Aquarius, or Gemini, but could be any sign. All right. Yeah, people may have their opinions a little bit. All right, Cancer. Let's get Karma. Karma girl. Beauty queen. She's beautiful. Karma is beautiful. All right. What do we have for Cancer? Hey, Tom. Yeah, I was actually just about to say, I feel like it's been a minute since I've seen your name pop up. What's good? All right, what do we have for Cancer? Three more. What can Cancer expect this week? What's good, Jade Up girl? Three shuffles. What can Cancer expect this week? King of Wands wanted to show its face. I like him. He's my favorite. He's my favorite. All right. All right. Overall energy for you this week, Cancer. Queen of Swords in reverse and the Ten of Cups. The Ace of Wands. So there is a lot of heated beginnings for you. This is like sexy. This is like sexy. This is passionate. I feel like a lot of you guys are inspired to commit to someone here, or you're inspired to like a lot of you guys are rekindling a relationship, or you're there, or this is something brand new. Okay. Queen of Swords is in reverse though. So there may be a bit of an issue between you and your partner, or you and your potential partner, regardless. I don't want to talk about love only, and I'll try to see what other stories I got, right? But this is in regards to some type of family situation, dynamic, relationship, or commitment. But with that Queen of Swords in reverse, there may be some issues with communication between you and this person, or you're starting to think irrationally on your person and whether they're being honest with you, whether they're like this is like feeling like, yeah, okay, intimacy is great. It's like we're happy. We have all the ingredients we need to have a happy relationship. Why is my person feeling like this? Or why is this person feeling like this? For those of you where it's not a relationship and this is more family matters, or family issues, this is like you trying to bring the family together, or you being very invested into a family situation, and you feel like someone is just not here for it. You know what I mean? Something like that. Six of Swords in reverse, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel, Cancer, for those of you in a relationship, I feel like your partner is having a lot of issues, and their focus is a bit distorted because of financial matters, okay? They have a very one set mind when it comes to you, the two of you, or when it comes to them and what they need to be focused on, and that seems to be finances. And I feel like you may feel like they're intentionally having malicious intent. Queen of Swords in reverse can feel like someone that has malicious intent, you know, when really I feel like your person, like if you notice they're really quiet with you, or they're just kind of a little bit intolerant for certain conversations, whatever it may be, it's because they don't really feel like, they may be feeling like there's a lot of stress around money. This is someone that is kind of distracted with money stress or finances or debts or things of that nature. So it has them having a hard time going with the flow when it comes to whatever it is this you're trying to start with them. Because I do feel like there's something you're trying to start. You're trying to initiate. Even, again, if it's not a relationship, this is you trying to connect with family or a specific person in your family, okay? And it's like you're trying to bring everybody together or go out with your siblings or whatever it may be, when your person is just not here for it, not submitting to it. And it's really because of money, or they have some insecurities in regards to having a superficial type of relationship dynamic. Okay, so what's the Six of Swords in reverse? The Wheel of Fortune, the Chariot. Yeah, I feel, Cancer, you're trying to change the direction of a relationship you have within a family, or you have with your partner, okay? Or a potential partner. With the Ace of Wands, it could be something new. It's like you're trying to change the relationship dynamic between the two of you, and it doesn't really seem to be working out very well. Unfortunately, with the Queen of Swords in reverse, I feel like that's where you may be a bit frustrated, because whatever is bothering, or all this superficial concern, or all this financial concern that your person has, I don't really feel like they're openly saying it. Or if they do express their frustration, it comes out in a harsh way where maybe you feel like they're just saying it because they're in a mood. When no, it's the truth. It's just they're not really filtering their words properly. But I feel like your person is very focused on a one set way of viewing. Not, I mean, how does this person view Cancer? The Tower. Okay. So they may feel, and the Empress. I don't know, for some of you, you found out you're pregnant, and maybe your person is thinking about the finances, because we do have how they're viewing you. They're viewing you as someone that, you know, is going through some type of major change, to the point that things may seem a little bit out of pocket, okay? This person may be seeing you as like out of pocket a little bit, like, where did you come from? Okay, where did you come from? They're seeing you as like, where did you come from, or where did that come from? Or, but it's like what this energy is like nurturing energy, support, and your pregnancy. Again, for some of you, you found out you're pregnant. You found out you're pregnant, and it's making you super happy, but your person may not be overly receptive to that. Or again, it's just some type of epiphany about just give me one more. How does this person view Cancer? They're viewing that you, the Tower and the Empress, the Fool in reverse. Yeah, again, this is kind of like reckless, maybe you just started dating and you're already talking about having a baby, Cancer. or if it's a more family dynamic thing, Cancer, they see you as someone that is trying to show up, trying to be supportive, trying to nurture them, you know, even if it's a friend. Okay, let's just be honest, family is not always blood. Okay, so whatever, there's some type of connection or bond or family situation where you're like, they're seeing you as someone that is like out of pocket a little bit, like coming in, trying to support them, trying to be nurturing, talking about a pregnancy, something like that. And the opposing energy is like, where did that come from? Like your person's looking at you like a little bit reckless, a little bit spontaneous, out of pocket. So, so, for those of you where this is a family member, like a sibling or whatever, long lost cousin, if you're trying to show up for a family member, Cancer, this person is looking at you as having superficial motives. I don't know why they think that way, but they do. And if this is a love relationship, this is someone that sees you as like wanting to nurture this or talking about pregnancy or whatever. They still feel like something's very superficial about this connection. And on top of that, they feel like they don't really know if they can go with the flow too much because yesterday you wanted to break up with them. Today you want to have a baby. So they're not really sure. You know what I mean? Or, if this is someone you're trying to rekindle things with, they feel like some type of support or nurturing energy is like they feel like something superficial because I feel like your person may be quite harsh or not as receptive. This could be reversed, okay? Especially if you're the masculine. Reverse this if you want. But something here is very like out of nowhere. And I feel like your person is not very receptive to the changes, even if it's good changes. And for a lot of you, if it's a long-term relationship, it's because they're still stressing about money. Okay. So, but I do feel, Cancer, I feel like you're trying to like just get someone on your happiness boat with you and you're just met with opposition. You're just met with opposition. Even if it's like family issues amongst family. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. What's the Queen of Swords in reverse? Just give me one more on the Queen of Swords in reverse. Not receptive. The Justice card. Someone's holding a grudge. That's what that is. It's like you maybe I feel like it's the other person. It could be you. But someone's holding a grudge. There's some type of cause and effect moment that someone's just having a hard time going with the flow. Or someone is trying to be very diplomatic and someone is trying to meet your enthusiasm with practicality and thinking a little bit more practical. I don't really feel like it brings you down, but you may feel like you kind of have to like not take something personally. I mean, how is Cancer going to react to that? How is Cancer going to react to this person's response? Yeah, Four of Swords in reverse. I feel like you're going to bite your tongue, like you're going to be resilient. It's like you're going to take it. Four of Pentacles in reverse and Five of Cups. For those of you that are looking for that emotional celebration with someone, you may be a little bit disappointed, but I feel like you're going to, pull yourself together or just kind of bite your tongue, you know what I mean? Or try to understand something of that nature. So I feel, yeah, how you're going to respond, I feel like you're going to try to be mentally resilient about the situation, but you are a bit disappointed. Because you feel like you're trying to be generous and someone is just focused on the negatives of it, or you feel like you're trying to take a risk and, live life and all of that, and someone's focused on the negatives of it. So anyhow, you could be dealing with a Taurus. We also have Aries. Could be issues with a mother too. This could be a mother or maybe a mother is trying to connect with you in a different way. I don't know. But it could be a Taurus. We also have Aries, Scorpio, Libra, and Cancer. Could be any sign though as far as elements go. All right. Leo. What can Leo expect this week? Three more. What can Leo expect this week, universe, spirits, and guides? Three shuffles. Overall energy for you this week, Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands in reverse, Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Definitely taking a step back and evaluating your investments, evaluating what's worth your time. There could be something that's on shaky ground a little bit when it comes to finances, or you feel like something would require some level of investment, and you're going out of your way to not be too impulsive this week, okay? Because you feel like something would require some level of investment financially or just with your time, whatever it may be. Some of you guys are contemplating a new business idea, you know, a new business idea, or you're contemplating some type of new source, money outlet, something like that. Knight of Cups in reverse, Four of Swords in reverse, and the Queen of Swords. Okay, just give me one more in the Seven of Pentacles. Knight of Wands in reverse. Ten of Wands in reverse. All right, so this week, Leo, I feel like you're striving to be very mentally resilient about a situation. Four of Swords in reverse and the Queen of Swords upright. That's being quite detached, very focused, being open to new ideas surrounding structure, routine, things that you should be focused on. Understanding the value of being hasty about poor investments or potential poor investments when it comes to adding more workload to your plate than you can handle. Like, because with the Ten of Wands in reverse, you may very well be aware to an existing issue or an unsolvable problem, okay, where you're trying to be patient and hold back from being impulsive or be hasty, something of that nature. You do seem to be very withdrawn from love, or, you know, the charm, it's like, I feel like you're kind of entering this space where it's like you want to cut this shit, even if you're just not in love. Maybe it's just with yourself. It's like you're in a space where you're wanting to cut the shit with yourself. Some of you guys may have strong Taurus placements, because I feel like Taurus has something similar. This is like wanting to cut the shit with yourself, being receptive to advice, you know, watching YouTube videos or getting advice, or trying to find new ways to do things, or trying to create new structure to reap more rewards, or to have something be successful. For those of you that are contemplating starting a new business, this is like understanding the value of something, whether that value is already existing or could exist, but also understanding, okay, you need to play this out right. Maybe you should get a financial advisor. Maybe you should, you know, wait a few months or get more knowledge on something. It's like, this is you really creating a plan for yourself. You're creating a plan for yourself. A lot of you guys are still reaping the repercussions and consequences of a past poor investment. So, how do I say? Like, some of you guys are kind of, it's trial and error type of energy. Like, you may be, like in the past, for example, you may have had tried to have a quick win in something. You know, you may have tried to have a quick win in your workout plan, a quick win in a business, a quick win, whatever. It's like you may have tried to do something quickly and you're realizing that's not going to work out. People aren't, enthused by it, or you're not enthused by it. It's not inspiring, something like that. So it's like, it's almost like you're taking something more seriously. You're looking at something more seriously. Okay, some of you guys, again, are trying to not go down the same road that you once were down that didn't work out very well. Like, okay, I've been like, whether, especially when it comes to money or handling money or something of that nature. So I feel like this week a lot of you guys are receiving advice, whether that's directly or indirectly, or you are going out of your way to seek that advice. Give me a little bit more on that Queen of Swords, Four of Cups, Five of Pentacles in reverse, and the Lovers. Yeah, Leo, I feel like this is you kind of focused on, like, the Four of Cups, especially with the Lovers and the Five of Pentacles in reverse. That's actually a positive card. The Four of Cups gets a bit of a boring vibe and reputation. Okay, but the Four of Cups, like in business advice, for example, is it's time to kind of focus on things that may not necessarily be exciting or whatever, but it's like the little mundane things that you got to do. And I feel like you're in a space this week where, you're very much focused on overcoming some type of hardship or avoiding taking a risk, without the proper knowledge, especially with the Queen of Swords. So when it comes to business, Leo, this week you're kind of focused on the more mundane things, trying to overcome some type of financial adversity. You may be it's like you're not invested into it. You're more so gaining the knowledge, understanding the value of your own actions when it comes to being too hasty about something. So now, for those of you where this is love related and you don't care about the business part or anything like that, if it is love related, some of you guys are giving a relationship or some type of connection a second look because there is an offer on the table, and you may recognize that someone's having a hard time being vulnerable, and you may be in a space of like, okay, well, you're probably having a hard time being vulnerable because I lashed out on you last time or something like that. So you may be understanding the value of giving someone a little bit more wiggle room. So if this is about love, some of you have someone that's coming out from the cold, or they're trying to connect with you. They're trying to make things right with you. And you may be in a space of, feeling the need to be resilient when it comes to things that made you feel like this person was a heartbreaker, or this person is emotionally immature, whatever it may be, because you understand the value of you and this person, or this person in general. And it's like you're willing to give something another go, but you're also feeling like you're reaping the rewards of past hasty judgments, because now you're feeling like this person has pulled away a little bit. Even though they're making you an offer or whatever, you may feel like it's kind of like, here's your flowers, you bitch, like whatever. Here's your flowers. It's like you may feel like someone's grown tired a little bit of you, and you may feel like it's your fault. You may feel like you're reaping the rewards because of Knight of Wands in reverse can be like a temperament card, maybe you lost your temper on someone. So it's like you're in a space where you're open to do things a different way or make better choices when it comes to that connection, because you feel like, okay, I get why this person's in a mood. Someone may be in a mood towards you because they feel like they're focused on the negatives because of maybe you lost your temper on them. Okay. Whatever. Hierophant, Ace of Swords. So, yeah, I hope that makes sense. You could be doing with a Gemini. You don't have to be. That's all we have. Give me an oracle for Leo. We do have a breakthrough. Interrogation. Conditioning, harmony. What's that? Interrogation? Two of Cups in reverse. So I feel like, Leo, you're trying to come into harmony with someone or an idea, something of that nature, and it may feel as though you're a bit interrogated, or it could be reversed, whatever it may be. It's like you may feel like someone is feeling some level of disrespect, or has felt some level of disrespect, or not seeing eye to eye on certain things. And you may be trying to, or this is you realizing that maybe in the past you made poor business choices or whatever it may be. And I feel like this is you interrogating yourself a little bit, or trying to evaluate what could have went better, something of that nature. So I feel like you're more so conditioning, or trying to get on the same page with someone, or trying to get in flow with something in a more authentic way. Okay. Breakthrough. I had that for like 2 other signs, I feel. Rebirth. The rebel rebirth. So I don't know, something could be, it's like trying to do something again, or rebirthing something, but in a better way. Rebirthing something in a better way. Okay. I don't know, a lot of you guys, maybe if you're not receiving or trying to receive advice in regards to your business or whatever it may be, this is you just receiving honesty when it comes to a lover or something of that nature. Receiving honesty. And it's like you're receptive to it, even if it's harsh. It's kind of like the Queen of Swords and King of Swords, they don't always deliver the nicest news, but it's true. You know what I'm saying? It's not always what we want to hear, but it's the truth. And I feel like you're open to it. You're receptive to it. All right. Virgo. All right. What can Virgo expect this week, universe, spirits, and guides? Ooh, 3 of Cups wanted to show its face, Virgo. Some of you guys may be reconnecting with someone. Could be dealing with a Gemini. They had that too. What do we have for Virgo? One more. What can Virgo expect this week? Three shuffles. All right. Okay, Virgo, your energy you're in this week, the Sun and the Death card, 6 of Pentacles, the Hierophant. Damn. Okay. Just hold on. We have the Sun and the Moon. I love it when they're together, because sometimes when you just have the Moon, it's like La La Land type shit. We got the Sun and the Moon, Star in reverse, 6 of Cups in reverse. All right. All right, so Virgo, you know, your overall energy being the Sun, I feel like you guys are sharing, or you're reciprocating on something with you and another individual. The Hierophant can be, you know, someone that's sharing advice, sharing wisdom, teaching, something of that nature. But with that Six of Pentacles, there's some type of equal give and take. I feel like you and someone else, okay, this could be a business partnership, or this could even be maybe you're in college and there's a teacher at your school, and there seems to be this give and take type of energy where they're just helping you a lot, or maybe you're paying them to tutor, paying them to tutor. I'm just sorry. Sorry. Okay, so Virgo, I feel like you're giving and receiving into some type of situation where you both have a lot to offer. You both have a lot to offer. You both it's like you're giving advice to someone, giving and receiving advice, giving and receiving knowledge, wisdom. Giving and receiving knowledge, wisdom. To change something, transform something. Because with the sun being your overall energy, Virgo, there's something here that got you really excited, really optimistic, really happy. Okay. We have the sun and the moon. I feel like you're optimistic that something, the moon is like something isn't what it appears to be. Okay. You may be optimistic that something isn't what it appears to be. Okay. So you may feel like, you know, some of you guys are just talking to a friend, like saying, hey, you know, I know you're bummed out about this, or I know you're bummed out about that, but, you know, you can do this, or we can do this, or whatever. Okay. It kind of feels like but with the sun card, you're happy, or, I mean, sun, King of Wands. Okay. The Eight of Wands. It's like you're excited. It's like you want to move something forward. You're excited. A lot of you guys are excited because there's reciprocation. The Six of Pentacles, there's an equal give and take. There's an equal give and take. You're connecting with someone. And again, I don't know who is starting this, or maybe someone's doing this to you. Maybe someone is, you know, calling you out saying, you know, I know you're not as happy as you appear to be, or I know this or that. You know what I mean? And whatever that conversation is seems to take off or spark something that is quite productive. Something here is happening really quickly. Eight of Wands, King of Wands, the Sun. There's a lot of clarity. Things that were hidden is brought to light. Like there's something really productive, really lucrative for you. It's like you're connecting with someone. Something isn't as it. I mean, what's the moon? Because that's what kind of, you know, the Tower. Okay. Page of Wands. Well, I feel like you're becoming aware that something isn't what it appears to be because of some type of sudden, unexpected communication. Or there's something you see, something you hear, or you're conversing with someone, but it's like it kind of comes out of nowhere. But I feel like you have a lot of clarity, or you have some type of breakthrough. Some of you guys have some type of breakthrough. I don't know what this previous illusion is. Previous illusion, the Empress. About a business. So this is about a business, a new business, or whether you were supported. Previous illusion, receiving support. Well, Virgo, maybe you had some type of illusion that, you know, someone, previous illusion, you were supported, or you were receiving what? Okay, just one more. Previous illusion. So previous illusion, Two of Cups and the Empress. A partnership, love. So Virgo, you may have, a previous illusion could have been some type of partnership. that was influent, like had some type of maternal influence, or there was children involved or something of that nature, or was solely built off of, I don't want to say it was a vain outlook, because it wasn't. It was built off of feeling like this is what I need to be nurturing. This is what I need to be supporting. This business is, something that may be going really well for me, or this partnership is going really well for me. Because whatever this is was an illusion. Something here is clear as to an illusion. Because I feel like you are giving and receiving, you're open to giving and receiving. You're giving and receiving advice, sharing wisdom with someone, sharing experience with someone, surrounding, death card can talk about depression, surrounding changes, surrounding endings, surrounding transformation, surrounding, some of you guys are literally are going to a counselor too. The Hierophant, Six of Pentacles can be paying for counseling, paying for a service, right? So some of you guys are paying for a counselor or something of that nature, or this is just you and someone else, getting on the same page. Some of you guys are paying for school too. So it's like there's some type of connection here, whether it's a friendship. So, okay, let's back it up a minute. So again, you may be paying for school. Something isn't what it appears to be. Maybe you need to express some type of, there's something here that's really triggering. I don't know. Some of you guys are literally going to marriage counseling because it's like, how am I supposed to trust a man again when I was with this guy for 20 years and this is what happened? Let me lay it on you. I mean, some of you guys are seeking counseling or just sharing experiences. Sometimes just talking with someone helps, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, there's some type of mutual, give me a little bit more on the mutual give and take type of situation. Four of Pentacles in reverse. It does feel more of a financial investment. Four of Wands in reverse. Yeah. Yeah. I feel, Virgo, a lot of you guys are going to school, or you're paying for counseling, or you're going to school because you're becoming aware that something isn't what it appears to be, and you're having a hard time living paycheck to paycheck. Five of Pentacles in reverse can feel like spiritual poverty, paycheck to paycheck. Previous illusion was love. All I need is love, baby. I had a family. Everything is great. I'm going to be supported. Some of you guys were expecting to be supported through a pregnancy, and you're realizing you're not going to be. This is what I'm saying. Like there's some type of illusion in the past. You thought someone had your back, or you thought someone would support you. And it's like not working out. Now you're in a space where you feel like you need to stand up for yourself or take action quickly or do something quickly, because it's like, I'm just trying to get out of the hole. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to stop living paycheck to paycheck. It's like survival of the fittest. That's life. And it's like you feel like your person just bailed. They quit. So you're definitely entering some type of, what's the word? Transactional. There's something transactional happening between you and someone else, or you and an institution, paying for court. Oh no. Some of you guys may have to like pay or invest or pay it's like you're trying to come up with the funds to like pay a retainer fee or something like that. I mean, what's the support here in the present? Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Well, the good thing is Ace of Cups in reverse. Well, the support in the present, Virgo, is you. Okay, I'm not going to lie. The Ace of Cups is in reverse. So Nine of Pentacles, support is you. Some of you guys are the talent. For those of you where you're connecting with a friend, this is like a friend saying, you know how much money you could be making off this? I know you just do that for fun, but you know how much money you could be making off this? And I feel like something here is changing your perspective. Because if in the past the illusion was the Two of Cups and the Empress, something here is changing your perspective in regards to how much you've been undercutting yourself. You know, even if that's just within friendships, the people you surround yourself with, or what you've been investing into, or again, this could be reversed where you're telling this to someone else. But because especially if you're the masculine, this could be reversed because the King of Wands is, you know, loves to help, loves to take control and help someone and kind of be assertive in their approach and advice as well. So I feel like you're giving someone advice or taking control, doing what you need to do. You thought you were invested in the right things. You thought you were respected in the workplace, or you thought your partner or baby daddy or whatever supported you. You're realizing you're not supported, or you're realizing this isn't how things should be. I can't be doing something right. It's like, let me talk to a counselor. Let me do this, or I shuffled. Let me talk to a counselor or something like that, or seek help. And for those of you where you are connecting with friends, it's something that you feel will help you in one way or another. Okay. So I do feel like you're dealing with slight confidence issues or anger, depending on the spectrum of all of this. But yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of conversation happening. There's a lot of excitement, but this more so feels like adrenaline. You know, when you're like driven with adrenaline and anger, it doesn't feel too hot. It's really hard on your nerves. You don't want that. You know what I mean? I feel like something here is driving you. Like your adrenaline is driving you. Your anger is driving you. Your determination is driving you. Some of you guys are just so angry because something isn't what you thought it was. Some of you, your anger is driving you to communicate. Or if this is like a friend you're talking to, maybe it's like your loyalty to this friend is driving you to like really take control and get this person to cut the shit. I don't know. So your adrenaline is kind of driving you to do something different, to stand up to someone, or to protect some type of transactional connection or valuable connection, or even if, like, say you want to go to school, Virgo, you may feel like you have to protect it and like stand up for that because you may feel you're not supported by your partner. Now your partner doesn't want you to go to school or whatever it is. So now you feel like you have to really stand up for yourself to do that. So something here is driving you, like you get what I'm saying. But let's see, give me an oracle for Virgo. But you're happy. And I feel like the reason you're happy, Virgo, is because you're so clear. Something here is making you so clear on what you need to be doing. You know, even if you're in a vulnerable position, even if you're running on beats of adrenaline, whatever it is, you're so clear. You know what I mean? Clinging to the past. So we have clinging to the past, the dream, and the dream, abundance. So someone here may have been clinging to the past, clinging to a dream. I don't know, Virgo, maybe you invested so much time into an illusion and now you're angry, you know, or someone you're dealing with is like, because in this dream card, this girl does not look all la-di-da. This girl looks disappointed because it reminds me of the 10 of Pentacles in the Steampunk Tarot deck, I believe. Yeah, in the Steampunk Tarot, or is it the Witch's Tarot? There's one where the girl's on the O side of the scene, right? And this girl, she's on the O side looking in on this couple. Like just aspiring to have that, the dream. So it's like, I feel like you or the person you're trying to be there for, or there's some type of dream, whether that's a business, whether that's a relationship, whether that's a whatever, that is very much abundant. It's very much has the ability to materialize, but it can't as long as someone is clinging to the past, something like that. Clinging to the past, the dream. And again, maybe you or a friend or someone you're in connection with is maybe clinging to the past because of abundance. Maybe there is something from the past that is very much disappointing, but has some type of abundance. But maybe that abundance is not real, or dreaming of abundance. I don't know what's going on with that. Either way, Virgo, I like this for you, because either way, things are coming to the light. Things are becoming clear. You're being quite expressive. You're being quite confident in your approach, or someone you're dealing with is, and you're becoming aware of what's real and what's not real. And you or someone you're dealing with is seeming to bring to light some type of like really lucrative opportunity, sharing wisdom. And even someone that, even if you're in a vulnerable position, or the person you're dealing with, even if you're in a vulnerable position and you have nothing to offer, there's something that's a mutual give and take. Or again, you could be paying for school, something like that, paying to see a counselor. Did I say the signs you could be dealing with? We have Leo, Aries, Scorpio, Taurus, Pisces. It could be any sign as far as elements go. All right, guys, I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. Okay. All right. I know she knows. I know what song you're talking about. All right. Hey, Queen Bee. All right. Libra. All right, I've been doing good for time, I think. Hey, Courtney girl. How are you doing? I'm doing really good. How's the fires out there? Seeing that there's always fires out there, man. Oh, don't. What, boo-boo? My prince is coming. My baby prince. What, boo-boo? What? I know. Prince is literally like, he's mine. My baby. But he like acts like a baby. Like literally. Prince was a good name. He's so what, boo-boo? I'm not going to bed. Hold on, he's gonna knock that over. What, do you want treats? Do you want treats? Okay, come on. Right. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Prince is persistent. He was not going to quit. All right, Libra. What can Libra expect this week? What can Libra expect this week? One more. Universe, spirits, and guides. Three shuffles. Overall energy for you, Libra, 9 of Cups, King of Swords in reverse. Okay, 10 of Swords in reverse. Well, this week, Libra, you you are not in the mood for anybody's shit. You are focused on you, boo. That's it. You're focused on you. I like this. You know, I feel like you're quite optimistic this week, Libra. There is something here that you just completely have no tolerance to, or now I'd be mindful of the King of Swords in reverse, especially with the Ten of Swords in reverse, because you may be putting a lot of negative focus and energy into something that there's just no point. It's like flagging a dead horse type of energy. Or again, something here, maybe you're having a hard time focusing on what you need to be focusing on. Now, my other one's coming over. He's all right, though. He's a little bit more chill. All right. Now, it's like you may be having a hard time focusing on what you need to be focusing on. But ultimately, you're feeling good this week. To be quite honest with you, this kind of feels like you're bathing in your own goodness. You know, there's some type of wish fulfillment or happiness, you know, emotional contentment that you have, and you may be spending this week celebrating, connecting, going out, partying, you know, just enjoying the more lighter things in life. Some of you are getting together with a friend, or what's this Three of Cups? Maybe it's a reunion. Knight of Swords in reverse. Page of Swords in reverse. I don't know. Some of you guys are getting together with friends and talking shit type of thing. It's like going out for drinks, talking shit, going with the flow. You know, I feel like this is more of a go with the flow type of energy. You know, gossiping. Some people enjoy it. If that's what you enjoy doing, then whatever. You know what I'm saying? Is maybe you just, want to shoot the shit with your girls, or the buddies or whatever. It's like you seem to be in a space this week where you just want to get together, connect with people, indulge into more of a happy space. But this kind of gives me the vibe like there's something here that does have you pissed off, like an ex or something like that, or there's something here that is kind of bringing you down. And whatever that is, I'd be mindful to not, indulge into that or indulge into to the thinking of that too much, because you have the ability, emotional independence. There's already things going well for you. You don't need to be focusing on that. But you may potentially cause financial adversity for yourself this week if you indulge too much into enjoying what's going on or going well this week. I don't want to be a buzzkill because it doesn't feel that deep. It just feels like this week you're reconnecting with people. It does feel like you're talking shit with people. I'm just going to be honest. Or you're talking about your ex, or you're connecting with a friend, or you're having a reunion with someone and you're talking shit about something that has you pissed off, whatever it may be. A lot of you guys do have choices. You have options. A lot of you have a lot of emotional, romantic connections as choices this week. I don't really see you seizing any type of opportunity. And if you do go on a date, I don't really see you giving it too much energy. Why? Because I still feel like there's, trust issues or issues you have surrounding something that you're still healing from or trying to let go of, or whatever it may be. When it comes to your individual daily life, I wanted to say Virgo. You could be dealing with Virgo. Libra, when it comes to your individual daily life, I feel like you may be having a hard time with focus this week. Like you're not overly focused, but I feel like it's just because there's a sense of contentment or, give me more on that Nine of Cups. Death in reverse. So there seems to be some type of wish fulfillment in regards to a lack of change when it comes to child support, help with children. So there's some type of wish fulfillment when it comes to, so there could have been something, Libra, that hasn't been changing for you, hasn't been progressing, hasn't been shifting for you when it comes to receiving support, financial support, child support. I don't know. Or even maybe there's been a lack of change with a mother, or certain issues surrounding, your children or a business even. Some of you, maybe there's been a lack of change. Maybe a business hasn't been growing, or things haven't been changing. And there seems to be some type of wish fulfillment when it comes to something that wasn't changing or shifting. Okay. So I feel like you're almost overwhelmed this week, Libra, with good energy, with emotional fulfillment, with happiness. There is some lingering energy, though. I mean, what is that? Give me more on the King of Swords in reverse. Six of Swords. Four of Swords. Yeah, I feel like there is a lingering energy here of some type of underlying sort of truth that you've been really trying to keep to yourself just to protect your own peace and sanity, to be quite honest with you. So I feel like there's something you've been keeping to yourself to protect your peace. There's also, this is kind of the energy too, where there's underlying swords of truth that may be where you're wrong, or where you could kind of take responsibility, but you may be kind of keeping that to yourself for self-preservation. Okay. Four of Swords can talk about self-preservation, but I more so feel that this is Going with the flow, self-preservation. King of Swords in reverse. Well, what's the end goal? Why is Libra keeping that to themselves? Star in reverse. Honestly, I just feel like you're bored of something, like you're not content with something. Even if you're dealing with a baby daddy or baby mama, or even if you're dealing with a love situation, there may be an offer on the table, but you're bound and determined to kind of ignore it or not really care about it. There's a lack of inspiration. It may be draining you. I don't know. I feel like there's something that's draining you, but it still is impeding on your focus or mentality or the words that come out of your mouth, something like that. So I would be mindful of that, because it may be like flagging a dead horse type of energy. And there seems to be so much going well for you, especially for those of you that has been waiting on support or, you know, financial help, or waiting on a business to pick up and go, or whatever it may be. There's some type of shift, wish fulfillment happening for you. So I feel like this week you're spending it celebrating. Okay. Trying to put something in the back of your mind, trying to go with the flow and protect your peace more so. Do you know what this kind of feels like? For those of you where you're like pissed off at a guy or you're pissed off at something, this kind of feels like even if this person were to make you an offer, you'd be bound and determined to ignore it. But like you still low-key want an offer. I don't know, that's specific. But because I feel like now you're comparing your resources. Now you're focused more. What is Libra focused on? Moon in reverse in the World. Now you're more so focused on your success, you know, focus on, you know, getting out of your fears surrounding some type of change or shift, or, you know, just embracing something that's going really well, or is the World card can talk about major life change. It can talk about us like the universe asking us to kind of pause for a moment, you know, embrace this new phase in our life. It's very dramatic. The World card can be very dramatic on a personal level. With the Moon in reverse, what you're focused on is honestly your own shadow. Maybe you guys are doing shadow work, or you're kind of recognizing your role in a situation. I just feel like when you're talking with people, you're not really telling people that, which you don't have to, but I'm just reading the cards. It's like you're keeping something to yourself. Moon in reverse, the World, it's like you're thinking and pondering on your role, or how you played into a situation, or how something could have been prevented, or something of that nature. You're in a space where it's like you're embracing some type of success or desirable outcome. Now you're kind of pausing in life, celebrating, having some drinks, whatever, you know, embracing the more optimistic side of life, exploring your options. You have options being presented to you this week, especially when it comes to love, friendships, you know, opportunities, things like that. I don't see you receiving, for those of you that's been waiting on a new job opportunity, I don't really see that coming through, but there is opportunity when it comes to connection and emotional connection with people. But I feel like you're just enjoying yourself this week. Embrace it. You're focused on some type of successful change. And again, there's a wish fulfilled when it comes to something that wasn't changing in regards to child support, or in regards to a lack of support, or a business that hasn't really been growing, or even financial problems, domestic problems. There's something here that's a wish fulfillment in regards to that. So you could be dealing with an Aquarius. We also have Taurus and Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Give me an oracle for Libra. Ooh. Completion. That's what we were just talking about. Silence. I like it. Just, you know, bathing in something that is done. Something that is coming full term for you. And maybe it doesn't make sense right now, but maybe this week you find out something that's like, okay, I just needed to know that, or I needed that, or something like that. Like there's some type of full term moment that is like making you, we have intensity, flowering. Okay. Some of you guys have a very intense, or I want to say intense support, or something here that is just so intensely relieving for you. Something here is nurturing, like, or something here is like taking a huge weight off your shoulders, and it's very intense. You're being like you're being like the universe is throwing flowers on you. Go there, go Libra, shut up. Take your money and go. Some of you guys are getting money. I don't know what that's about. Something is very like intense. Like it's just a breath of fresh air for you. It's like, hey, I'm going to go celebrate. I'm going to take this week to celebrate. This is what it kind of feels like. Take your, take your money and go. But you could be dealing with Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius. Taurus, Scorpio, you know, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So I don't know, this could be getting what you deserve when it comes to money or something around money. Scorpio energy is 8th house, and that is in regards to other people's money too. So you could be very well, again, that kind of gives me like child support vibes or something to do with that. I don't know. So it's just like you're taking a breath of fresh air or something. I don't know. All right, moving on to Scorpio. Take the money and run. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. All right. What do we have for Scorpio? What can Scorpio expect this week? Ooh, Ace of Wands wanted to, y'all may be having a quickie. I was joking. All right. What do we have for Scorpio? What can Scorpio expect this week? Three shuffles. Lovers in reverse just wanted to show its face. Can we chill? The Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Overall energy for you this week. Scorpio, Hermit in reverse, and 9 of Swords, 6 of Swords, 7 of Swords in reverse, 10 of Pentacles. What's wrong? What's wrong, boo? Hermit in reverse, that's like feeling, that's kind of self-isolation. This is like putting yourself in a place of self-isolation, feeling lonely, but like putting yourself in a place where obviously you're going to be lonely. You're not socializing, you know. I don't know. You're kind of withdrawn this week, if I'm going to be honest with you. 9 of Swords, 6 of Swords. There's a lot you're thinking about, stressing about, worried about, thinking worst case scenario about. A lot of you guys are thinking worst case scenario because of a conscience of yours. You may have some regrets or guilt, and you're trying to go with the flow, Scorpio. Reverse this if you want. I'm just reading the cards. But it's like you're trying to like ignore your own thoughts about a situation. Hermit in reverse can be a bit paranoid. Okay. So you're withdrawing from a situation, not trusting it, thinking negatively about it. 4 of Cups. Some of you guys, for those of you dealing with love, you may be a little bit nervous that someone is love bombing you, or you're thinking negatively on just going with the flow in a certain situation. Because there does seem to be an offer or an opportunity, but it's ignored. It's ignored. 4 of Cups can manifest into missed opportunities, though. So 4 of Cups for Scorpio, 5 of Swords in reverse. And the High Priestess in reverse. I feel like you guys are coming out of or experiencing a missed opportunity, Scorpio, around, you know, being transparent, being honest, or, you know, expressing your true desires or expressing what you truly want. Maybe a missed opportunity to avoid escalating conflict. Maybe something got escalated and it didn't need to be like that. And now that person's like gone or not asking you out again or something like that. Hermit in reverse, Ace of Wands, Seven of Cups in reverse. So I don't know, Scorpio, I feel like you're motivated by feeling like you don't have a whole lot of options, but also motivated by poor choices that may have been made. Some of you guys are motivated to be sober. Seven of Cups in reverse can talk about, you know, wanting to be sober. So some of you guys may be in a space where you're motivated to be sober and it's causing you to withdraw from a lot of shit. I'm not gonna lie, if that's the case, you're having a really hard time with it mentally. Obviously, if it was that easy to do, everybody would just do it. I don't know what's like, you know, I feel like some of you guys are motivated to be sober and you may be feeling, I don't know, maybe you lashed out on someone here and maybe you feel like you escalated conflict and it didn't need to be. And you may feel like someone lacks empathy for like your overall plan. Maybe you feel like you're trying to be sober, you're trying to make better choices and you feel like someone isn't understanding where you're coming from, isn't seeing what you're seeing. Maybe that you feel like they lack empathy. So you're kind of just withdrawing yourself. Now, whatever you're going through, it is ultimately testing your strength and character. Okay. Something here is testing your strength and character. I don't, just give me one more on that Four of Cups. Avoid escalating. Queen of Cups. So we have the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups, but the King of Cups is in reverse. I don't know, you may be rejecting someone's support. So Scorpio, a lot of you guys are trying to do something and someone's here trying to support you. You're rejecting someone's support because you don't trust them. Or again, maybe something got heated and now you're just not really in the mood to deal with this person. Either way, this like screams you're motivated to make better choices or to make up for poor choices or to be sober or something like that. And it is causing you to feel the need to, or you're motivated by other people's poor choices even, and it is causing you to withdraw yourself from a certain situation where there is emotions involved. But the King of Cups, the masculine especially, seems to be insensitive, or you're perceiving them to be insensitive or lacking empathy toward the goal, toward what you said. Like, sorry, I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to do this, or I'm trying to be sober. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So I feel like you're just withdrawn this week, Scorpio. I'm not going to lie. And it's because you're motivated to make up for poor choices, or you're motivated by other people's poor choices, or you're motivated to be sober, or you're motivated by a sobering reality even. Like maybe there was some type of reality check that now you feel like you have to ignore opportunities, and you may be having a hard time being transparent with someone that is trying to be there for you or trying to connect with you. And I feel like it's because you're not overly inspired to communicate. You're just not in the mood. You're not in the mood to talk this week, Scorpio, or you're just not in the mood. What's the Page of Wands? 10 of Wands. Yeah, you got a lot on your plate right now. 5 of Wands. So there seems to be some type of conflict that was addressed by you or is going to be addressed, like some type of issue, or it's something is being expressed, but it seems to almost be like that last, like something is the last straw for you. Or you're just in a mood, like I said, or you're trying to be sober. And obviously, when you're trying to be sober, you're going to be in a mood. You know what I mean? And you need people around you that can just understand that or just fuck off. You know what I mean? So I feel like something here is just obvious. Like, even if it's not sober, for some reason that keeps popping up, even if it's not being sober, like something is obvious. Someone's poor choice, someone's whatever. And you're addressing it, or you have addressed it. And that's why you're withdrawing yourself this week, because you feel like addressing it just made things worse. And it was just, it was the last straw for you. And now you're looking at someone as insensitive. And you may feel like someone's focused on the negatives of you ignoring their offers or ignoring their support, when you're in a space of like, I'm ignoring you because you don't care, or something like that. So you're very withdrawn this week, Scorpio. And yeah, I do feel like there's some type of conflict being addressed, or you're addressing some type of conflict, which is good. You know what I mean? Like, not Dr. Berg. I got too many doctors in my head. My little sneaky links, my sneaky links of doctors, hiding from Junior. Dr. Berg, Dr. Peterson. Jordan, he's not even doctor. Oh, Jordan Peterson got his own category. Anyways, Jordan Peterson, he made a little video about conflict avoided is conflict magnified. So I feel like you're realizing that this is not something you can avoid. There's some type of conflict you can't avoid. So, you know, you're aware that the more you avoid it, the more it's just going to magnify, the more it's just going to have you hone in on that issue, or the lack of empathy, or the insensitivity, or the whatever. So you're just choosing to withdraw. Okay, you're saying what you need to say, or you've said what you needed to say. Now this week you're in a space of isolation a little bit. So anyway, so yeah, you know, I mean, just give me a card of advice. Give me a tarot card for advice for Scorpio. 10 of Swords in reverse, 4 of Wands in reverse. For your advice. Well, for those of you that are living with someone you can't seem to get along with, you may want to, because 10 of Swords in reverse is like avoiding bitching too much, or being, now how do I say that? 10 of Swords in reverse is like avoiding bitching too much about something that has you feeling unsettled or unhappy, or an unhappy home environment. Some of you guys are bitching a lot this week about an unhappy home, or you don't like your home, or family even. Try to avoid addressing issues with an existing issue. Like, like try to avoid bitching about issues that you can't address in the immediate future. You know, even like the rule with me, like when it comes to even saying something to someone, like if they can't fix that about themselves within the next few minutes, then just don't even bother. You know what I mean? Like, like there's something here that it's just, there's no point in bitching about it, because it's not going anywhere. Whether that's a dysfunctional family situation, an unhappy family situation, a home, or something in regards to a community or a family, something here that has you feeling unsettled. Like there's something here, like try to decipher your thoughts. And there's nothing wrong with being angry sometimes, but try to decipher your thoughts in regards to what you're being angry about and whether it's worth addressing. I don't know. Just give me one more card for advice. 3 of Wands. Think about the bigger picture. Like try not to hone in on those obvious issues too much that you can't do anything about right now. Think about the bigger picture. Make a long-term plan. Something of that nature. Have a vision, create a vision. 3 of Wands is all about creating a long-term vision for yourself and avoiding bitching or wasting energy talking to people that are not really on the same page as you. Okay, that's the best way I can explain that. So very withdrawn this week. You may be quite lonely. So it may be even more important for you to really have like a whiteboard night and have, you know, have a coffee, get some music going, have a whiteboard night, think about your future, and or think about something simple. Maybe just start gardening. You know what I mean? So put your focus on something else. So you could be dealing with a Virgo, Pisces. Could be any sign as far as elements go. I'm going to meet your renovation deadline so you can move. Oh, you don't get along with my brother because he's dismissive. All right. Well, yeah, I've never really had to get sober, but I could only imagine just from trying to quit smoking. I could only imagine how hard that would be. So I think if you were, like I said, I don't talk about that too much because I don't really know what I'm talking about. If I'm going to be honest with you, I just know how hard it is to quit smoking or any addiction, really. Smoking is what I struggle with. So I could only imagine, like, if you were to quit drugs or something like that, like, you need to be around people that can, obviously don't hurt anybody, but like, you're going to be in a mood. If people can't handle that, then you can fuck off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even about being in a mood or being angry or argumentative, but you're just not going to be in the mood. That's for sure. At least that, like, I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know what it's like, but I can only imagine. That was my point. So, all right, moving on to Sagittarius. What can Sagittarius expect this week, universe, spirits, and guides? What can Sagittarius expect this week? 3 shuffles. Overall energy for you, Sagittarius, 4 of Cups in reverse, and the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, 10 of Pentacles, the Hermit. Okay, that's good. You know what I mean? So money and business is looking good. I do feel like a lot of you guys may be, I don't know, just let me, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Judgment in reverse, and the 7 of Pentacles. 4 of Cups in reverse, 3 of Cups. Like, some of you guys may be missing opportunities this week when it comes to business, when it comes to school. Some of you guys are skipping class, you know what I'm saying? Some of you guys may be missing opportunities to better yourself or work on a trade or work on a skill. Some of you guys have a skill and it's like some of you guys are missing opportunities this week because it's like, no, I want to go out and have fun, or I want to do this. It's like you're very focused on the luxuries of just, you know, enjoying life or whatever it may be, and like, whatever. But there's definitely some type of missed opportunity. And I don't want to act like it's the end of the world, because there does seem to be something that's already quite stable, or money's good, or there's something that's already solid. There's something that's already solid. Some of you guys are, you know, kind of withdrawn, or you're preferring to work alone. Some of you, for some of you, Sagittarius, the desire to prefer to work alone or go your own way or do something your own way is causing you to miss opportunities to better something or develop something or grow something, something like that. I mean, give me one more. The 4 of Cups in reverse. We have the 3 of Cups, 6 of Wands in reverse. For some of you, you're missing opportunities because you don't like the attention, or you don't like, it's like you may not want to go so public with something, or maybe you're a little, you know, indie artist, okay? And it's like you're trying to not have something blow up, or you don't want to be so generic, or you don't want to do something so generic, or something would seem so generic. It's like something, it's like you're missing opportunities because it's like you're optimistic that something wouldn't work out, or you're optimistic that it would cause bad attention. Six of Wands in reverse. It's like you're optimistic that something would bring the wrong type of attention, or it's just, or you're not looking for attention like that. I don't know. Some of you guys are missing opportunities because you don't want the public recognition or public attention, which doesn't make any, like, go get your prize, boo. Like, why not? You got the skill. Why not make it the most of it? I can't relate. Like, I don't know why, if people have a skill, they make the most of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you can draw, like, I don't know artist names, to be honest with you, but if you can draw whatever, do it. Like, whatever. I mean, maybe you don't want to, which which I totally get that too. I don't know, maybe it's, point is, Sagittarius, you may be missing opportunities this week because you want to do something your own way, or you want to do it alone, or something like that. And it's in regards to money, a business. It could be in regards to a relationship. So for those of you where it's not in regards to business or money, you could be missing opportunities within the relationship because you are just so set on not seeing something a different way, something like that. Either way, there's definitely some type of missed opportunity because it's bringing on, there's some type of unwelcome change that has you ignoring a call. It's like the universe is calling you, or you're receiving a phone call, or someone's calling you up to hang out or collaborate on something or something like that. And it's like missed opportunity. Because you do, let's just put it this way, Sag, you have someone that understands the value of you, understands the value of, okay, if we do this, that, and the thirds, it's going to really pay off. Or if you want to sign with our company or whatever, it's going to really pay off. Someone's looking at you like you are worth the investment, and they're investing into you. Someone is trying to invest into you, and you keep ignoring the call, metaphorically speaking or literally speaking. Some of you guys, maybe you have a job opportunity and you're ignoring it because you're already kind of all right, but it's like you don't want to talk to anybody that day. You know what I mean? So answer your phone, Sag. Answer your phone, or answer the call. The spirit's calling you. I mean, give me a little bit more on the opportunity, because yeah, you definitely have someone that sees your value, wants to invest in you, make something real. In regards to a creative King of Cups, Seven of Cups in reverse, Page of Wands in reverse. So some of you, Sag, have been la-di-da. Okay, Page of Wands in reverse likes to talk the talk, but doesn't walk the walk. So you may have been talking about things nonchalantly with people, or you've been procrastinating on something, or something of that nature. And it's like something, it's like there's some type of creative muse or outlet, or something that you tend to indulge into when it comes to like ideas or wanting to give your energy into something, and someone is trying to come in and be like, yeah, I hear you, let's make this real, let's do it. And you're like, oh wait, what? No, I didn't really want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Something here, like someone is wanting to help you make something real, make an idea real, or again, something like that. For those of you where you have fears, or there's been procrastination because of like imposter syndrome or fears, or whatever it may be, Sag, I feel like you're dealing with someone that has a lot of empathy or understanding, like they completely understand. They're all right with it. Like, but let's do it. You know what I mean? Let's do it. Like, I don't know. Seven of Pentacles. Tell me about the Seven of Pentacles with the 10 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles. So, Sag, I feel like someone understands the value of you. So there's something that you've been investing into. They understand the value. They see something as long-term and stable. But they also feel like it's almost like someone that wants to, either help you be better, or they're trying to invest. I mean, what is this person trying to do? because this is someone that is looking at you and they understand the value of a business or something that is long-term and stable. Or if it's more love matters, this is someone that understands the value of a relationship. Ace of Cups. So you may express something, where you may have expressed something, Sagittarius, where someone's like, oh, that's actually brilliant. That's genius. So for those of you where this is business, you may express something directly or indirectly to someone, and someone is wanting to come in and support you or offer you an opportunity to like, to feed that, to water that idea. I mean, what does this person have to offer, Sag? I don't know. Maybe you don't even want to work. Maybe you don't even want to work. Eight of Cups in reverse, Nine of Wands in reverse. Well, I feel like this person is what they have to offer you. Eight of Cups in reverse. For those of you where this is love related, this is someone that is offering you Eight of Cups in reverse kind of is someone that is showing you vulnerability, or someone that is accepting their lot on an emotional level when it comes to the situation in regards to certain issues or certain Nine of Wands in reverse. They're letting their defenses down. So for those of you where this is a love relationship and this person is wanting to invest more into it, or, you know, expand on it, whatever, this is someone that seems to be letting their, what they have to offer you, they're letting their defenses down. Okay, they're not as guarded. They seem to be accepting their emotional lot when it comes to their own chips on their shoulder, or their own inability, or it's like this is someone that's trying to compromise. Nine of Wands in reverse is it's very compromisey type of energy, or it's someone that is giving into a situation. If this is more business related, this is someone that's give me one more. If this is more business related, what does this person have to offer? Well, this person wants to fill your schedule. For some of you, like literally fill your schedule. Two of Pentacles in reverse. You're going to be busy, Sag. You're going to be busy. What they have to offer you. Maybe some of you guys are a musician. This person's like going to fill your schedule. I'm not going to lie with you. If you let this person in your life, you know, if you let this person help you with your business, things are going to pick up, but you're going to be busy. I don't know what that's about. And the Two of Pentacles in reverse, in regards to what they have to offer you, that can be someone that is overcommitted. Okay. So if you're looking, maybe you're not looking for that, but if you're looking for a business partner or something like that, that is a ride or die type of energy, they may be overcommitted. Okay. They don't have divided loyalties, nothing like that. They may be dropping one of their options. Okay. They're dropping one of their options. For some of you, they want to fill your schedule. You're going to be busy. We're going to be doing this, this, this. Okay. Okay, come practice, come to the studio. What they're going to do is fill your schedule. And they're like, this isn't someone that's avoiding issues. This is someone that is offering you emotional understanding, connection. You know, if it's a love relationship, this is someone that's kind of giving in, compromising on some things. They're a little bit of a relentless achiever, though. That gives me relentless achiever. So let's just put it this way. If you accept their deal, if you accept whatever, this is like, you're going to be busy. It's kind of gives me the vibe like, oh, you're going to go out west. You're going to be working in the rigs, whatever it may be. You're going to be busy. All right, come out tomorrow. You're going to be here for 8 weeks, whatever. There's something here. You're going to be busy, Sag, but it will pay off. Okay. I mean, so that's totally up to you, but you seem to be ignoring it this week anyway. So you're missing an opportunity, Sag, this week. Maybe that's all right. And you're missing it because this is some type of unwelcome change. It would require you to change something. But someone can make you busy if you want to be busy. Okay, or you can get those extra hours if you want them, or something like that, right? Or they're going to fill your schedule. You got a gig, whatever. So, and this is someone very relentlessly passionate about, they're either relentlessly passionate about you or relentlessly passionate about like what they do. Like maybe you're signing with a company and they're like super, you ever have those bosses that really give a fuck, really give a fuck? This kind of feels like someone that is like that. So that's what they're going to do for you. They're going to fill your schedule. Okay. But you're ignoring it. I mean, give me a card of advice for Sag. The Justice card, the Hermit. Well, this is just understanding the consequences to doing something your own way, or just doing something the same way, or, the Justice card, there's really no bias to it. It's just like a cause and effect type of moment. The Justice as advice can talk about being a little bit more diplomatic, okay, or reasonable, being open to sign contracts, things like that. Maybe gain more, maybe some of you guys just need more enlightenment. Maybe you need to talk on the phone about the deal, about the details, something like that. Some of you guys need enlightenment on the details of something. But if for those of you that want to miss the opportunity, it's just understanding the consequences of choosing to do things only by yourself. Teamwork makes the dream work. So it's really up to you. Understand the consequences of being a loner or wanting to do things by yourself all the time. Or your advice is to just get more information on the details. Be open to be a little bit more diplomatic, things like that. So, and for those of you where you have issues around hours, or you need specific hours or things like that, your advice is just to be very direct from the get-go. Maybe you think they won't give you that, and they might. It might work out in your favor. Okay, so maybe be very direct, honest, and truthful. You could be dealing with a Libra. We also have Virgo. Yeah, there could be, that's like sixth house, seventh house energy. There could be a lot of like contracts or opportunities for contracts or agreements, things like that surrounding your day-to-day routine. Maybe that's in regards to health too. Sixth house can be health related. Either way, let's move on to Capricorn. Capricorn. What can Capricorn expect this week, universe, spirits, and guides? Who's shushing? I'm not shushing. Shushing. What do we have for Capricorn? What can Capricorn expect tomorrow this week? Expect everything. Yes. 3 shuffles. What can Capricorn expect this week? 8 of Swords wanted to show its face, if you were wondering. But I don't want to focus on that guy too much. So overall energy for you, Capricorn, we have the Judgment, Page of Wands in reverse, the King of Wands in reverse. Knight of Wands in reverse, 3 of Swords, Moon in reverse. Well, give me one more on that Judgment. 3 of Pentacles. King of Cups in reverse. Well, Capricorn, this week you're in an energy of being very aware, having discernment, okay? You may be making some type of judgment call on some type of news, or like it feels like you're making a judgment call on someone like you're fake. You're straight up fake. There's something here that's coming to the surface about something. Like some of you feel like you have someone in the workplace, or you feel like someone is, you know, collaborating with other people, but it's like you feel like they're very manipulative, or you feel like there's a lot of emotional manipulation. For some of you, Capricorn, you have someone that is trying to like get on the same page with you. You have someone that is communicating with you, but you're like putting this person in the category of you're fake. This is fake. This is bullshit. This sounds like, what do you mean you just met me? How do you know you, like, what do you mean you love me? What? Something like that. Page of Wands in reverse, King of Wands in reverse. I don't know. You're not really confident in some type of communication, or something you see, something you hear, and you're making a judgment call on someone that they're just a love bomber, or it's someone that is just playing you or trying to play you in the workplace, something like that. For some of you, it's about a colleague. It doesn't have to be. For some of you, this is in regards to someone that already broke your heart, because the reason you're in this discernment to begin with, like this solid discernment is what this feels like, is because of something that already triggered you or angered you or caused some type of betrayal or pain, either in regards to infidelity or in regards to, you know, seeing the reality of something or someone. So it kind of feels like there's already been some type of heartbreak or betrayal, or something here that broke your heart or triggered you in some way. And now whatever that is seems to be coming back around again, and you're immediately no. Like something seems fake to you. And if it's an opportunity, it's an opportunity that you've already been down that road, or you already worked with that company before. You know what I'm saying? Or you've already done something before. So you're feeling quite called and certain of yourself when it comes to your judgments this week. But I do feel like someone is trying to get on the same page with you. Someone is trying to show you more cooperation. But you feel like this person is just fake. That's all I got to say there. I mean, what was the Three of Swords? Seven of Swords. You feel like someone's full of shit. Four of Swords. So you feel like you've already been betrayed by someone in efforts for them to protect themselves. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when you think someone has their back and the moment shit goes down, it's like they turn on you in a fucking instant. You can't trust that person. Like, you just can't. So I feel like there's something here that you feel like a company, a person, a lover, a potential lover, there's already been some type of deception or effort for them to protect themselves. And it caused you to be hurt in the long run. It could be a colleague too. Maybe a colleague put the blame on you for something. I don't know. And now this person or this company or whatever it may be seems to be trying to get on the same page with you this week. And you're immediately no. It's like you're making a judgment call here. It's like you just see someone as like a love bomber, or just emotionally mature or insensitive. You see a colleague as insensitive or a manipulator or something like that. And there was some type of betrayal. Like, you know, there's some type of pain here that gave you this clear discernment that already happened, or betrayal. Okay, so let's put this guy to the side, because so that's what you can expect someone that has hurt you badly already to try to get on the same page or get you to cooperate with something. and you're making a judgment call that they're full of shit. What else can Capricorn expect? Anything? 9 of Wands, 9 of Swords. Three of Cups. So you may be feeling a little bit defensive this week, Capricorn, in response to the subject of gossip of a friend group, siblings, things of that nature. You may feel pushed in a corner a little bit. 4 of Cups in reverse, 2 of Wands in reverse. In regards to limiting something, limiting the partnership, limiting the potential. So you may feel pushed in a corner this week a little bit by a friend or sibling. This is separate. This is separate. I put the intention on this of, okay, what else? We know where this is going. So you may feel pushed in a corner this week, Capricorn, because of the subject of gossip in regards to a social group or gathering or party, or a sibling's, maybe a sibling is talking to you about something and you feel like you need to set some boundaries or something like that. A friend group, it's like you're setting boundaries. And you may feel like you have to defend yourself when it comes to why you want to limit something, or why you don't want to move toward something, or why you don't want to be a part of the family, or like whatever. You may feel like you need to defend yourself a little bit. So you're kind of setting boundaries here because you're thinking negatively on reconnecting, or you're thinking negatively on a party, or what someone is celebrating, or I don't know what's the 3 of Cups? The Death in reverse. It's like it's like you feel like you may feel like you've went through a lot of changes or personal growth, and you feel like, you know, do you know what's so hard on your mental health? Becoming a completely different person and changing and spending years away from people, or you've just changed over time, and then trying to incorporate those same people into your life. You're going to feel like you're living a dual life. And it's so hard on your mental well-being. It's like you feel like you have to be 2 different people, because the person you once were to cater to that certain person or group of people is not the person you are now. So it's almost like the awareness has to shift in order to even tolerate that experience. And it sucks, you know? And then trying to explain that to people without hurting their feelings. Like, I feel like there's something here that you just feel isn't going anywhere. And you feel the need to set some boundaries to someone's attempt to connect with you, or you feel like their subject of gossip is not something you want to entertain, even something like that. But yeah. So it feels like you're just a bit on the defense, maybe feeling like all the awareness that you've accumulated over time, Capricorn, even with this other experience, it seems to be being put to use this week. Your judgment is being put to use. Okay. You could be dealing with a Cancer. We have Scorpio, Pisces. Give me an oracle. Innocence. Control. You may have felt like your innocence was almost threatened by someone that tried to gain control, or someone that tried to get control, or you feel like, or some of you are finding out someone's innocence, something like that. Innocence, control. Ripeness, harmony. Some of you guys just know you're innocent, or you know you don't have to defend yourself, you know? And it's like if people are putting you in a position where you need to defend yourself, you're not doing it. But there's something about innocence and someone that strive to like control the innocence of something. ripeness. Something is coming full turn. Everything is making sense in hindsight. Like things are starting to make sense in hindsight, why things had to happen the way it did. This Control card kind of reminds me of the Chariot, just the way he's holding on to something. I don't know what that's about, but he's like holding on like in full force. Some of you guys are in full force, protecting what you've become. Something is ripe. Everything is making sense. Everything is making sense, whatever that means for you. All right, so strong Cancer energy, Scorpio. Aquarius. What do we have for Aquarius? Universe, spirits, and guides. What can Aquarius expect this week? Four more. What can Aquarius expect this week? Three shuffles. The Sun in reverse just showed its face, but that's what doesn't matter. All right. Overall energy for you, Aquarius. King of Cups in reverse and the Judgment in reverse. Hangman in reverse, the Empress, Two of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Seven of Wands, Three of Swords in reverse, and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. All right, so I do feel like this week, Aquarius, you are a bit bothered by something. Now, I don't feel like you're showing that. Seven of Wands, Three of Swords in reverse, Page of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like it's like you're kind of protecting yourself or taking the high road, or it's like you're not showing any weakness this week. And I feel like the reason you're not showing weakness, or you're not talking to your family about what's going on, or whatever it may be, is because you feel like there'd be no point. You know what I mean? You feel like you're dealing with a manipulator, or you feel like you're, you know, dealing with someone that is immature as shit, or you feel like people don't, or if, for example, your family or friends or I mean, maybe not friends, but like, you may feel like if people are asking you what's wrong or whatever it may be, you may feel like they don't actually care. It's that type of energy, like they're very short-term focused, like tell me all your tea, but they don't actually have the desire to learn or understand, something like that. So it's like you may feel a little bit defensive because you feel like you're dealing with someone that doesn't have the desire to know what's going on with you, or doesn't have the desire to learn, or doesn't have the desire to, you know, make a long-term plan or something like that. And it does have you bothered a bit. Now, the King of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I feel like you're a bit hurt. Now, the King of Cups in reverse. So I feel like there may have been some heavy emotions invested into something here, whether it was a project or a person or something of that nature. Judgment in reverse, Hangman in reverse. You're bothered. Okay. I don't know, this, like, some of you guys, like, your mom's calling you. She wants to know what's going on with you. And you're not really interested. You're not interested in hearing what she has to say. You're just kind of keeping to yourself. You don't want to talk about it. I mean, that's kind of specific. But it's like because there does seem to be some type of support, Aquarius. There's support coming in or trying to come in. I feel like you're ignoring it this week. I don't know why. You just don't want to talk about it. You're not interested to hear what your mom has to say about it. You're not interested to hear what this person has. It's like you're in a space where you feel like you already know. It's just like going through the know, you know what I mean? And coming out without being too like dirty about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like, you know, something is not really working out the way you had hoped and it's bothering you, or you know you are dealing with a manipulator, or there's some level of no about a situation. Okay, for those of you where you're heavily emotionally invested into the situation, you're realizing this person was just short-term focused to get in your pants or to whatever, and it's just something here is bothering you, but you don't want to talk about it. You're trying to take the high road. I don't really know if you even know how you're going to get through something. I mean, give me a little bit more about like what Aquarius is bothered about. Knight of Cups in reverse. The Knight of Cups in reverse is like a heartbreaker, someone that was in a note, or someone that is just being really moody. You're bothered by someone's moodiness or in a note. You may feel like someone's in a note or in a mood, or you feel like they're a heartbreaker. Some of you are bothered by the fact that, for those of you where there wasn't a love situation necessarily, you may feel like someone revoked or pulled away their support or empathy. And that has you bothered. I don't know, you got a lot of suppressed emotions, Aquarius, and I mean, you're dealing with it like an Aquarius. What can I say? With the Seven of Wands, you're trying to do it as best as you can. You're trying to take the high road. It is kind of manifesting into some defensiveness, but you are bothered by someone's immaturity or in a note energy or heartbreaker like ways, or you feel like they've withdrawn and it's making you feel like they were a manipulator. And I feel like the moment, let's just put it this way, if you have got your heart broken or something like that, the moment this person done that one thing, okay, or the moment this person done something that was a complete like, okay, you're one of those, it kind of helped a little bit because it made you realize it's not a you problem, but it still made you in a mood a little bit and you don't want to talk about it. You're still going through it. So I feel like someone may have done something or made you feel like something could have came to the surface that made you feel like, okay, you're one of those. You know, even if you're in a relationship or even if it's a friend that you talk to all the time, like something is just making you so fed up with a situation that the moment you had the ability to see the facts or see the, okay, whatever happened or whatever they did, it made it easier to move on from the situation. Okay, let's just put it that way. With the Seven of Wands, whether you feel like it or not, you do have the advantage, okay, in the situation. But you will have to either stand up for yourself or just protect your energy, depending on the nature of the situation. So if you're not directly in contact with this person, just protect your energy. Don't feed into it. Don't show any weakness. Don't show any vulnerability. And if you are in direct contact or you have to see this person all the time, you may need to protect your position. Like if it's a work thing, this is just about protecting your position, you know, staying on, taking the high road, doing what you need to do for your position, not entertaining the workplace drama. If this is an intimate thing or a love thing where you're in a relationship, you will definitely have to stand up for yourself though. Okay. You're going to have to stand up for yourself and share what you know about someone either being an underachiever or someone being immature or someone not setting a long-term plan or following through with goals or whatever the case is. You are going to have to stand up for yourself. And I'm not saying you have to break up with them or anything, but just stand up for yourself. You know, it may not change anything, but you got to stand up for yourself. So yeah, I feel like, because with the Empress, you know, you're already abundant. There's something here already abundant for you, already in support. Like there's already support. There's already something is already being nurtured. It's like you are abundant. You are beautiful or handsome, whatever your gender is. It's like there's something here already going so well for you. And whatever this nuanced energy is that is just like a fucking mosquito, you just don't let it touch you. Don't let it touch your soul. Because I do feel like this week it's going to bother you. It may make you a bit emotional, even moody. That's why it's important, especially if you're in a relationship with this person, don't allow yourself to get in a mood. Just say what you need to say, or this person is going to just act like, oh, Aquarius is just saying that because they're in a mood. Just say what you need to say in a very assertive way, and don't build up to it in a mood or being an asshole or saying unnecessary harsh things. Just say what you need to say. It might be harsh, but don't say the unnecessary shit, or that person is just going to assume you're in a mood that day and they're not going to listen. So be very assertive in your approach. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So I don't know, Aquarius. I feel like there's something here that's bothering you. Some of you guys are finding out that you were dealing with a love bomber or heartbreaker or something like that. Don't let them touch your soul. There's already something. It's like you're already being supported. You already have, it's like something's already going well for you. And again, for some of you, it's like your mom's trying to call you or someone's trying to call you. Like, what's going on, Aquarius? What's wrong? Or you might have wrote a sappy post or something. I don't know. It's like it's like people are trying to like help you. And if there is someone that's coming in trying to like authentically say, hey, what's wrong? Or do you need support? Do you want me to come over? I feel like they do have good intentions. I still feel like you're not in the mood though. I still feel like you're not in the mood, but your mom, it's like maybe your mom's same old thing is not going to help you. I don't know, but I don't know. You're a little bit bothered. Let's see. Give me more on the Seven of Wands. You got the advantage, King of Swords. Why? Because you are smart as fuck, okay? That's why. You're smart as fuck, and you can easily discern the situation and dissect it to the point of being able to put this person in a category. Or if it's not a person, maybe I should talk about that too. If it's not a person, maybe some of you guys just had some type of bad news in the material realm, and it's like temporary, but you still have the advantage to create a plan and focus on that plan or whatever it may be. So for those of you where you're not dealing with love, this is just like temporary financial setbacks. Okay. If you are involved in love though, and you want that relationship, you're going to have to tell your person to smarten up though, or give some advice. And you have the advantage because you have the knowledge, something like that. But it's like, you do have the advantage because you have the knowledge. You have the ability to detach from the situation. For those of you where this is more of a personal financial setback, you have the advantage because you have the knowledge in regards to how to fix it. You know what I mean? Or to create a plan to fix it. So that's your energy. Give me one more in the Seven of Wands. Four of Wands. Mm. Four of Wands. Honestly, you have the advantage because you have the ability to detach and be happy. Like things are going well. There's opportunity to have peace. There's comfort. It's like you have the ability to focus on something. I don't know, something is going really well. Four of Wands, King of Swords. Like, let's just put it this way. You have the advantage because you have the ability to detach and be happy. But you may need to stand up for yourself for that same reason, for those of you that are, you know, if it's more of a relationship type dynamic, because you do have the ability to detach and be happy. And sometimes the people that, you know, can be the happiest or detach and be happy on their own are the most used. And we don't even, or you may not even know it because you're so used to just creating your own happiness. You know what I'm saying? Or like rewarding yourself for cutting that off or not letting it bother you, that you can be the most used. So if you have to partake in a situation, you're going to have to stand up for yourself. Okay, let's just put it that way. But you do have the advantage because you have the ability to detach and be happy and celebrate. And there's opportunity. You got lots of opportunity. You also have community. For those of you, you have a lot of community support or support from family, even whatever it may be. So you're bothered a little bit, but regardless, this week, Aquarius. I mean, give me more on the Page of Pentacles in reverse. If this is a person you're dealing with, this person they don't see what you're looking at. They don't think the same way. This is someone that kind of limits themselves, Eight of Swords. This is someone that may gaslight you, or it's like this is someone that doesn't really see things the same way. Like if you're Four of Cups, you're dealing with a sulk. If this is a person, you're dealing with someone that's like, oh, I didn't know that hurt you, or I didn't know, or I don't mean it like that. I may have stabbed you in the back, but I didn't mean it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is someone that is just a bit of a sulk. Four of Cups, that's like a bratty energy, especially with the Eight of Swords, Page of Pentacles in reverse. Like, if you're looking for someone to take responsibility for something, they're not. I don't think they're going to see it the way you're seeing it. And if you do stand up to them, they may end up, oh my God, why are you so mad at me? You know what I'm saying? Or they may end up like, being all of a sudden, like, they don't want the conflict. You know what I'm saying? They don't want the conflict all of a sudden. Like, they may focus on the negatives of something you're trying to show them or get them to see, something like that. But, you know, so if you're dealing with a person, yeah, I don't see them seeing what you're seeing. They're focused on the negatives, or they're just, you know, being a bit of a sulk. If this is more of a financial situation, you may feel you may need to be in a position, Aquarius, where you're more short-term focused because of a temporary setback. Four of Cups, you may need to kind of ignore opportunities to focus on the more mundane things, or you may be limited to a certain lifestyle for a week or two, or whatever your situation is, to overcome some type of bump in the road. Okay. For those of you, Aquarius, where you are lacking a plan, okay, that may be making sense too. Because for those of you where you lack a plan in regards to how you're going to deal with something, you may need to take the high road and be honest with family or a certain group of people that may support you. And maybe you don't like support, but you may have to be honest about, like, maybe your mom is calling you and she's open to helping you and you don't want their help or whatever. But you have an advantage here. I mean, honestly, because your integrity is solid. Like, you wouldn't be, you know what I'm saying? I don't know I could elaborate on it all day. You guys get what I'm saying? So if you're dealing with a person, yeah, stand up to them if you have to be in direct contact with them, but I don't see them. They're just going to assume you're trying to fight with them, or you're just picking them apart, or you're focused on the negatives of them, or whatever. And if you're dealing with a personal setback, you may be forced to kind of focus on the more mundane things to overcome some type of temporary financial setback. Okay. And if you're dealing with something where you don't even have a solution for it and you're bothered, you may need to be honest within a relationship, or be honest with family, or maybe a community or people that can support you, something like that. But let's see. Give me an oracle. Letting go. Yeah, for those of you that you're dealing with someone that broke your heart, just let them go. Again, don't let them touch your soul. Let go. Projections, possibilities. For some of you, you need to stop projecting. Some of you, now, mind you, sometimes, okay, Aquarius, sometimes we're really judgmental because we're that hard on ourselves. Like people that, how do I say? Like, you may be projecting something here, or you may be having a hard time even being honest with family, or there's some type of projection going on. Letting go. Or if you feel like you're dealing with another person, like for those of you dealing with another person and you feel like there's a lot of projection going on, or they're projecting their bullshit narrative onto you, let that go. Okay. just let it go or just cut them off or ignore them, as frustrating as it is. If you're dealing with a personal setback, you may need to let go of projecting onto others how you would view a situation, especially if you're hard on yourself and you hold yourself to a really high expectation. You may feel like other people are hard on you too, if that makes any sense. I don't know how to explain it. Or if you're hard on other people, you may feel like other people are hard on you. I don't know how to explain that energy, but it's kind of like sometimes like we feel suspicion from people that like we may be suspicious of someone if they're feeling suspicion themselves. Like we feel the energy, like if someone's suspicious of us, we're suspicious of them because now is this weird energy, if that makes any sense. So maybe there's a way that you feel like let go of projections. There's possibilities. Like, again, maybe you don't want to ask for help or like whatever. There's something here that's limited when it comes to a solution because of projections. I don't know how to explain that, but you get it. But either way, we don't have any specific signs, so you could be dealing with anybody. Okay, but let go of projections and see the possibilities. So all right, Pisces. What do we have for Pisces? What can Pisces expect this week? What can Pisces? You need a new toy. Okay. What do we have for Pisces? What can Pisces expect this week? 3 shuffles. All right, so Star in reverse, Page of Wands in reverse. As your overall energy this week. So Star in reverse. Feeling lethargic a little bit, feeling uninspired, lacking hope. There's something here that's taking a long time or there's some type of delay. Ace of Cups, Knight of Cups in reverse, Moon in reverse. Give me more in the Star in reverse. Maybe you're disappointed. Knight of Swords. Hangman. Well, I feel like this is just a period this week, Pisces, where you may be feeling drained or lacking hope, or you're feeling disappointed in yourself. You're feeling a bit like you lost your mojo a little bit temporarily. But it kind of feels like it's because of the Knight of Swords, Hangman. So there may have been... I don't know, there may have been some type of harsh communication, Pisces, I'm just going to be honest with you, or direct, like very blunt communication. And give me more in the Star in reverse, 3 of Swords in reverse. I feel like this is you kind of arguing with yourself about what's good for you. This is like being back and forth or having a hard time connecting yourself to a long-term sustainable plan or journey even. because I feel like you're trying to let go of old ways of being. You're very focused on a certain, you're feeling limited. It's almost like you know what you need to be doing, but you're feeling limited in the ability to do that for whatever reason. You're feeling limited in the ability to do what you know you need to do. So it's almost like this hopeless feeling, feeling like you're waiting on something, waiting on news, waiting to hear from someone. You feel limited. In regards to love, you may feel limited even. It's like you feel limited, or in regards to your health even. It's like you're lacking inspiration, or there's a lack of hope. It's like you're feeling drained, disconnected a little bit. Feeling waiting. What is Pisces waiting on? Judgment, waiting on a phone call. Some of you guys are waiting on a phone call or a second chance, an opportunity. Waiting on a judgment. Some of you guys, maybe you're dealing with a court case and you're waiting. Maybe it's stressing you out. Like, that's not a lighthearted thing. It could just be hard on your nerves, and it's like you're having a hard time going on to the next thing until some type of judgment's made. Or even if it's not that big of a deal, maybe it's more like small claims or something. Some of you guys may be making, or it's like you're drained because you're waiting on some type of judgment, or you're waiting for a phone call, something like that. It's almost like this week you're not really getting the news you're wanting to get, or you feel limited. Some of you may be hearing from someone, or you're hearing from a company, or you're hearing from an institution, or you're hearing from a lawyer, whatever, but what they're telling you is not really what you're wanting to hear. So it kind of like pokes your bubble a little bit, and it's not necessarily bad news, but it is more like, okay, things are going to be a bit delayed, or they're being very abrupt with you when it comes to, okay, Pisces, this is what's happening, but this is what you need to do. Or this is a doctor being very direct with you in regards to, okay, this is what can happen, but this is what you need to do. There could be some type of direct communication that isn't bad necessarily, but is like, ugh, like that's tiring. Like, oh, I was kind of hoping to get that over with, or I wish I could just get that over with. You know what I mean? But now I got to do this, and I got to fill this paper now. Like, oh, it's that type of energy. Because I do feel like something is a bit overwhelming. You know what I mean? And I do feel like this week you are regaining your composure, because you do have the support, or you do have, it in you to kind of do what you need to do. But it's kind of like this Eeyore type of energy, or lethargic type of energy. It's like you may be a little bit slow moving this week is kind of what I feel, because something is just not working out as quickly as you wanted it to. You're feeling limited by just facts. Someone said, okay, well, you need to fill out this paper. Like, this is what we can give you, but you need to fill out this paper. This is what's going to be happening, but it's going to, they moved the trial up or something like that. Like, so it's kind of like an type of moment. I do see you regaining your composure, releasing fears associated with the situation. Ace of Cups. I mean, this is the saving grace. Seven of Wands. Well, this is you having the will to, fight, or the will to, keep on keeping on, I suppose, and be a little bit more cooperative and do what you need to do to, have a best outcome. I mean, what is Pisces looking for? Seven of Swords in reverse. What is Pisces waiting on? What is Pisces waiting on? Seven of Swords in reverse and the Ace of Swords. I feel like you may be waiting on a decision. I don't know, maybe that's why you're so stressed out, Pisces, because there's some type of conscience you have about a situation, or regret, or maybe I shouldn't have done that. Now I just need to wait. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have delayed that so much. Maybe I shouldn't have procrastinated that so much. So you're waiting on a final decision, or you're waiting on something, and there may be this like lingering feeling in the waiting period because of some type of regret, or I shouldn't have waited so long, or oh, is this like, maybe you're trying to Maybe you're kind of fighting with deadlines here. It could be something like that. Like maybe I shouldn't have waited so long, or maybe I shouldn't have said that. It's like you're waiting on a decision. For those of you that just straight up need to have an honest conversation with someone or confess something or something like that, you just are procrastinating. And you may feel like it's protecting you, but it's just draining you. It's just draining you. You know what I mean? It's blocking all your chakras. You know what I mean? So some of you guys are just procrastinating on being honest with someone if it's love related, and you may need to do that. I mean, don't do it if you don't want to, but, and that could be draining you because it's like creating moments of, you know, inspiration and love and romance and muse, but then it's just, you know, opposed with this blockage of, oh wait, I can't feel that because I completely turn my back on the one I love the most. You know what I mean? Or that may not be that dramatic. You know what I mean? But sometimes things trigger us because there's something blocked within us that we shunned about another, or there's, you know, I don't know how to explain that, but I don't know how to explain that. But something could be triggering. I don't know. So it's like, for some of you, if this is love related, what you're waiting on is confession. I don't know if it's the other way around. You will know, obviously, if you have a guilty conscience or not. Maybe you're waiting on this person to be honest. Okay, if it's a love related situation. And now love is lost in your mind because it's like, the love of my life played me. No, that can't be true. Now I hate every love song. If this is more of a personal thing, this is like waiting on feeling limited when it comes to health matters, or your ability to choose, or your ability to go ask something directly, feeling limited for whatever reason. Or again, you're waiting on a decision from a judge, or you're waiting on a phone call. Now, the good thing is this week is you are regaining your composure. You have the ability to regain your composure and keep it together and do what you need to do, and, you know, come together with the lawyer, or, you know, work as a team with an institution, or whatever you need to do, right? It's like you're being cooperative. Okay, I have to fill out this paper. Okay, you're being cooperative. Okay. But it's going to require you to really not get lost in dreamland a bit, or it's, you know, it's kind of like forcing yourself to do something because the inspiration or the hope, or it's like something isn't there. It's feeling kind of blah, but you're doing it anyways this week. Lord have mercy. You're doing it anyways. That's this week. What's this? 8 of Pentacles in reverse. I don't know. What can Pisces look forward to? We do have the 6 of Pentacles. In regards to love matters, you may have someone, what you could look forward to is someone that's sucking up or making up for lost time. So what you may be able to look forward to is someone that is sucking up. Now, mind you, they're still immature emotionally, but they're trying to do what they feel like would get you back. So, I mean, if you're the masculine Pisces, it could be the other way around, but there's definitely a King of Cups that is sucking up. To the point that it may be a little bit love bombing. They may be buying you lots of flowers or something very financial or one-sided. If you're looking for an authentic apology, I don't see it coming, or if it does, it's very vain. I don't feel like this person actually understands. I don't feel like this person actually understands. Or if you're the one doing this, if you're the masculine Pisces, you may be just trying to get something over with type of thing. You're just trying to get something over with. It could be in regards to what's best for the overall health of your finances or something like that. 10 of Cups in reverse. Damn, there's something very dysfunctional in regards to family or in regards to relationship. Lord have mercy. Unhappy. Trying to... I don't know. What does Pisces need to know? Eight of Swords in reverse. Seven of Pentacles. Try not to stress or overthink whether something is going, like whether you're going to receive something. Some of you guys are waiting on receiving something. Try not to overthink or overstress about whether something will work out or whether something is going to go as planned. You may be receiving a financial return or something is playing out in the way that it's supposed to, but you may need to not overthink it or overstress. Some of you need to release yourself from self-limiting beliefs when it comes to what is worth the investment. I don't know what that's in regards to. Like maybe you've been doubting the potential of your own investments. Like maybe you were always a certain way with your health and you think you're never going to be able to be that person. Maybe you need to release yourself from self-limiting beliefs of the value of your own efforts. Maybe you think there's no point. That's stupid. Don't think like that. Either way, it's a little bit of a blah week for you. I'm not going to lie. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. We also have Pisces. Cancer, Virgo. Give me an oracle for Pisces. Silence, like nothing's happening. Like I've been waiting for this person to call me. I've been waiting to see an update. I've been waiting. Politics, breakthrough. Politics, breakthrough. Silence, politics, breakthrough. What's the silence? Strength in reverse. So there's some type of, okay, for those of you dealing with a person, whoever this is that's being eerily silent intentionally, whether that's you or this person, there's something showing about a weak character. Someone needs to break through a weak character or take off their mask, like metaphorically. In this politics card, the guy is wearing a mask and he's low-key a snake. Someone's a snake. Silence, Nine of Swords. Someone's wearing a mask because in fear of being the subject of gossip. Someone needs to break through this mask bullshit, the political bullshit, the whatever, and just do something because they know they need to do it. You know, but if this is like, for example, if this is a personal thing where you've been hiding behind a mask of, I don't care, I like this lifestyle, even low key, if you could pick a lifestyle that wouldn't be your lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? Like someone needs to cut the shit with the mask, like on a personal level, like be for real with yourself. If you're dealing with another person, the silence is a manifestation of someone's weak character, fear of being the subject of gossip, fear thinking worst case scenario. Someone needs to cut through this shit and just grow a pair because that's the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Or the Strength card, upright. It's kind of like what we do because it's like a test of our character. Like what we do when like if nobody knew about it, for example, if nobody knew that we did that nice thing for that man or whatever, if nobody knew about it, we would still do it. That's you. That's who you really are. Or vice versa. Someone here is like hiding behind a mask. You may be breaking through. For those of you, maybe you're dealing with court or you're dealing with like political issues in regards to someone like that. There is going to be a major breakthrough. So you just need to relax. But there is some type of mask bullshit. Or again, if this is more of a not that serious or not that deep, this is you needing to break through your own mask kind of thing and figure out who is you with or without anybody. You know what I mean? What you would do, how you would treat someone, blah, 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 with or without anybody. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. But that's a wrap, guys. I hope this helped you. Hiding behind. You're not. I'm going to go to here. But I hope you guys have a great night. And yeah, I'm trying to be on here more than I was. But I love yes. All the best. I'm tired. Good night. Thank you guys for popping on. And bye, Courtney. Oh, I know I don't have them available right now. I'll let y'all know when I do. I want to try to get on here more before I start doing that. But all right, I love you guys. All the best. Bye.